Tisk Globe. Just joking. How's it guys going? Good to see you. We are joined by PJ and Luca. Hopefully you guys are doing well. How's it going, Mr. Flat Earth Luca?
What? Oh, reversal. Right. Yes, I'm a flat earther.
I hope you finished school.
No.
You didn't finish school?
No, I did not finish school.
Oh, that sucks.
But is that what we're doing? Or
Sorry?
wait, what does reversal mean?
I think you might have to go for speech therapy, man.
Role reversal.
You see, PJ,
Is
these
that when
flat
I
earthers are
become
very dumb. PJ, these flat earthers are very dumb, eh?
It's role reversal is that
Why are you
when
over
I'm
talking
the
me?
flat earther?
You damn flat
Huh?
earthers just can't keep to script, can you?
What?
Why are you over talking me? What? I'm just joking, Luca.
I don't get it. Okay.
Anyway, PJ's just going to the shops. He should be back now. Yeah, tonight is reversal, guys. Are we live? I don't know. Yes, we are live. Well, it's good to see everybody. Please hit the likes, share the show. Appreciate you all coming. This is a reversal. So tonight, every glober that comes in has to be a flat earther, and all the flat earthers going to have to be globers. How's that?
I was right. Okay. That's what I thought.
So it's going to be interesting because now you have to think totally the opposite.
All right. Sure. Why not?
So, Luca, why do you think it's a flat earth?
Well, I first got into flat Earth when, well, around 2015, I'd say around then. This friend of mine came up to me and suggested that the Earth was flat, and I'm like, what a fucking idiot! But then, like, well, so many people believed in it, and I'm like, maybe there's something to it. So I looked into it a bit, and yeah, well, some things did make sense, I suppose. Um, like how you can see too far, and like there's wires in space. I got into that too. Um, yeah, water in space as well as like little bubbles. Yeah, all that stuff made me be a flat earther, you know?
But I thought you said space is fake, though.
Yeah, space is fake. Just the bubbles in space. You can't have bubbles in space, you know? So space is fake. And the astronauts and wires just is evidence for space being fake, you know? Why use wires in space, you know?
Are you saying all the
Yeah,
astronauts are lying?
yeah, that's right.
How do you know they're lying, Luca?
Um, just uh, wires in space. Yeah, that's right. Why use wires in space if you're not lying?
Are you able to
Mm-hmm.
show me these wires in space?
I'm sure I could pull up a few clips of astronaut, like a shirt being tugged on in a weird way. You can see just a tiny little tug on the shirt when he's floating, and that doesn't make much sense to me because that must mean that there's wires. Yeah.
Well, isn't
Mm-hmm.
it? Maybe it was just his finger hooking on the clothing.
No,
And
his
because of
fingers weren't
diffraction,
on.
because of diffraction, it makes it look like he's not actually tugging on the clothes.
No, his fingers weren't anywhere near. I suppose. No, his
Do
fingers
you wear
weren't anywhere.
glasses? Do you wear glasses,
Huh?
Luca? Do you wear
Hmm?
glasses?
Him?
Do you wear
I
Do
don't.
you wear
I don't.
glasses?
Oh, me? Yeah, I
Yeah.
wear glasses.
There's your problem, you see, because flat earthers are blind too. So
Oh,
yeah, didn't you know that?
well, you're not wearing glasses.
Yeah, well, I'm a glober. I don't need glasses. I'm superhuman.
Right.
I'm as intelligent as they come. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, because I got a,
So,
I got a PhD in having a PhD.
so, what made you a glober? Like, what kept you out of flat Earth?
Photos from space, man.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
They're just CGI.
No. What does CGI mean?
Computer generated image.
But it was done on film.
Well, and I suppose maybe how is that what they say?
It has to be done on film.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, well, it's the photos. I mean, you guys just say CGI every time. You just don't want to agree with it. So CGI it is green screen.
I guess that makes. Bro, it's just too hard, man. I just, yeah, I lose the argument pretty much right away, and I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know the counter arguments
Have I
that both
converted
of
you from
these.
flat Earth, Ruka?
Yes. Oh my god. It's the glow. My life has been turned on its head. Everything I once knew has been thrown out.
You see,
And
you
the
flat earthers are
mole.
so gullible that you get turned too easy, man.
My god. Has been destroyed.
Is there no
Forever.
other flat earthers in here to come and show me how the Earth's flat? Come on, it should be easy.
I guess everyone's a globe now. Yeah.
I just have to make a disclaimer. The arguments I'm giving now is literally me learning from Globetrotters.
Oh. Well. Uh, well, that's a well. I'm a good flat earther then, huh?
I wouldn't say that, no.
Oh. Well, I guess
You
that's a
sound
good
very
thing.
confused.
I guess that's a good thing that I'm a bad being a bad flat earther.
So any flat earthers in here that want to come present the flat Earth to me, show me the Earth is flat. Show me that all scientists are lying to us. Hey, we got one of the biggest flat earthers in here. Mike, you want to come in and present to me how the Earth is flat, man? I mean, he does daily debunk shows on showing how the globe is false and the flat Earth's real. So it's going to be interesting to see what evidence he can present to us.
But I did say we see too far. I know that one. That's a common flat
Are you
earther.
claiming perspective?
Yeah.
Can you try and explain how perspective makes it flat?
Yeah, yes. Things disappear because of angular size. See, they get too far away, and then they just disappear.
No.
That's why.
That's perspective. That's not perspective.
Yeah, I might. Well, I'm still doing the fluff bit. I'm
Look,
I'm a
look at these
flat
flat
earther again.
earthers. Look, making excuses. They're so cowardice. They can't come and just, face us globers. See, no, I mean, he uses his kid as an excuse. Come on.
I mean that was just one of my evidences of the flat Earth. Because the next piece I have is that angular size. Things don't disappear because they go over a curve. They disappear because they get too small to see. How do you respond to that?
Can you show us flat Earth perspective math?
Well, I don't need that
Why not?
because things just get too small to see. It's angular. It's angular vision or whatever it is. Angular size.
But angular size is perspective, correct?
I suppose so. Yeah.
But then why don't you see the sun change angular size?
We do when it's near the horizon.
What is it? Oh, so you're doing that? You say the horizon physically blocks the buildings.
The oh no, I mean, I mean, when the sun gets too close to the horizon, it starts to look a bit funny. Yeah.
Did you laugh at it? Wait, I've got something special just for you, Lucha.
Right. What's that? It is French salad dressing.
It's for all that word salad you just spouted.
Oh,
That's all you flat earthers always do is just give word salad.
pretty
I mean,
funny.
why do you think Dave Farina is the biggest flat earther of them all?
Oh,
Because all he
well,
does is give word salad.
no. His credentials. Wait, no. His. His. Come on. I can't say anything bad about Dave.
Well, you can't. He's your leader. He's your cult flat earth leader.
Let's see.
He's leading the flat earth community, man. Come on.
Well, I still hold the ground. Oh, you changed the topic. Wait, you changed the topic.
Oh, you see,
I
guys, now he's
asked
obfuscating. I'm asking him a question. Now he's moving on to ad homing me.
I asked
No,
about
no, he's
angular
scattergunning me too.
size.
What's going on, man?
I asked about
And now he's
angular
over talking
size.
me. Come
Remember?
on, come on. Is this the best that flat earth is?
Blah.
Can you just keep the subject, man?
I was on the topic already. Angular size. Remember, that's what we were talking
You
about.
can't even
But
spell angular, man.
You wanted to talk.
Hey, here's another flat earther for us. How's it going, Mike?
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Good to see you. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Lucas happy. One of his flat earth priests showed up to help him.
Yeah, Luke, I figured you needed some help. You're struggling a little bit there.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing.
So
Well,
Papa
I mean,
Flurf in the house. Mr.
yeah.
Papa Flurf. Why is the earth
Well,
flat?
the Earth is flat because we measure it flat, obviously.
Can you spell
Oh,
measure?
that's a good point.
It's we use horizontals, and you can only have a horizontal on the flat plane.
No, but a horizontal's curve, man.
Okay, show me the definition of horizontal being curved.
Okay, let me show you. I'm gonna quickly show you. You see, guys, this is the problem when they try and go against someone who's got a PhD in having PhDs. They're gonna struggle.
Well, I got my PhD from Stephen Alonso.
Okay, there we go.
What is this level? Conforming to the curvature. That looks like it's from McToon's channel. Is that from McToon?
No, this is Merriam-Webster.
Isn't Merriam-Webster one of McToon's? Give me a real definition, because that's obviously not the
But
right definition.
McToon's a flat earther. Why are you trying to tell me bad about another flat earther, man?
Oh, right. Sorry. I got to feel the role a little better.
It's actually quite difficult, guys.
I think that's a good thing.
What's up, Roger?
That's definitely a good thing.
Yeah, one thing that really bothers me is that you globies, you just can't open your mind to what you see, because what we see is flat and level.
No, man. Look. It says there the horizontal curves.
Well,
you're
yeah,
all
sure.
sheeple.
You see, guys, now they're getting triggered. Look how the trigger they're getting.
Yeah, no, it's just fake. Like you just took the HTML, you edited it, and just filled in with whatever you wanted to show. It's fine.
But you guys have to use a globe to make your horizontal.
How do we make it? No, we use. How can you have? Okay, listen. How can you have a flat measurement on a curved surface?
Easy. You use a radius.
What radius? What made up radius are you going to pull up?
The radius from the center of Earth, because Aristophanes told us we can measure the sun's angle.
Yeah, no. Aristophanes was an old man in the ancient times. Nobody knew what they were talking about back then, unless they said that the Earth was flat. So let's go with actual proof of what we see.
Oh, but wait, Aristophanes, wasn't he a flat earther though?
Oh, he was a flat. Right.
Yeah. I had that wrong. I was actually claiming Jesus Christ. Sorry, man. Jesus Christ told us the Earth's a globe. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Hold on, I had it. Oh, yeah. The radius has been debunked because we can see way too far when we look out into the ocean.
Yeah, that's
see
what
way
I
too
said.
far. Like we can see lighthouses from 300 miles away. Like, explain that.
Refraction.
Well, that's refraction.
Yeah.
So okay. So now you're gonna implement magical light bending and to just fill in perfectly where we should see things that we shouldn't see.
Ooh.
But you see the best flat earther ever, Neil deGrasse Tyson, told us that stuff is a globe.
Ugh. I hate Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's such a poser glober, dude.
You always use the Neil deGrasse Tyson fallacy.
I mean, isn't he one of your guys' flat earther priests?
I mean, he was until he's just started saying that we could feel the firmament and stuff like that. Unbelievable. We can't.
Yeah. Prove to me the firmament. I think that's gonna be a better one. Prove to me the firmament.
No. I'll prove to you the firmament. Genesis.
Boom. Gas pressure.
Yep, Genesis. Created the
Genesis
firmament
is
to
just
separate
a book, man.
the waters above to the waters below.
But Genesis is just a book.
I have one. Gas pressure needs a container. Therefore, the firmament must exist.
Well, what about gravity, Luca?
What about gravity? The magical force that no one knows what it
But mass does
actually
attract mass. I mean, mass does attract mass. I mean, look what
happens.
Mike, do you have children?
Yeah, I have children.
So mass attracts mass.
How does that make any sense? Even in this reversal, that doesn't make sense.
All right, that's funny. Show me one example of mass attracting mass. I'll wait.
Okay. Why do you think they don't have ships parked too close to each other in the harbor? Because they would attract each other.
Oh my goodness.
Why does it? Why does mass attract mass? Why? Why does it?
Remember, PJ, we the globies.
Oh, we'll go. Oh shit!
And use what globers say.
PJ's infiltrating the globe. He's actually a flat earth undercover, man.
He's the ultimate shield.
Yeah.
I
PJ
forgot.
didn't get the memo.
It was me said to Roger. It was probably role reversal. Like we were, and he's like, oh. I didn't know if it was actually role reversal or we were talking about.
Did you see my new channel name?
Oh, did you change it? Where?
It's on like
The flat proof.
my whatever is like on your receipt.
Don't read
The
Your
flat
name
show.
is Flat Earth Proof Show.
Lol.
I must say this is kind of different. It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah,
but
I just feel bad because I don't want to straw man anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, because then I'll be like,
yeah.
Oh, that's all your flat
Drunk
earthers ever
About
do,
Show.
man. It's all your flat earthers ever do.
Perfect.
But
I'm feeling
use
like
what
Arwen right
globers
now.
say.
I mean,
Oh,
all
my.
you guys do is strawman and gaslight. Come on. Just accept it.
Yeah. I mean, look at Vlad, for instance. He's the biggest glober there is. Oh man. Well,
Wait,
all I gotta
I should say,
sorry, Lucas, save
like,
yourself.
even according to your gravity, ships should not attract each other anyway. So it's wrong. You're
But
wrong.
how are we able to calculate orbital trajectory if we don't have it as a force?
The space doesn't
that's
exist, though.
yeah, that's implying that space exists and that we actually have satellites orbiting the your so-called globe.
Well, we do, don't you? Have you ever heard of Starlink?
Well, Starlink is ground based. Like, why do you think the satellite, the satellite receivers, they're tilted? If they were satellites in space, then the receivers would be pointing straight up.
What about Himawari and the photographs we have from that? That's excellent proof right there.
I mean, the Mars rover to me was the best proof for a globe.
Again, you're implying that.
I mean, how do you have Mars rover if space is fake? It just doesn't make sense.
Oh.
You see, Flat Earth already ran away. You see, this is what happens when they get tough questions, they run away.
I know. What about those moon rocks that we got, man? I'm telling you.
Something it's really hard to do this. I'm like trying to think globe and I can't.
It's difficult.
It's very hard. I can't even think globe because all I can think is, well, it doesn't bloody work. Fine,
but
good exercise.
I mean, Luca, can I send you guys to NASA and then give you a job as an astronaut? Would you then agree that the Earth's not flat?
I mean, actually, there was this guy, Jaren, went to TFP. This guy called Jaren, he used to be a flat earther. But now apparently he's a globe. He's doing stuff for the globe. He can prove the globe to you. He can prove what you see in the 24-hour sun Antarctica. Go check out Jaren. He's amazing, man.
Yeah, that guy rocks, man. He's very honest.
He knows his stuff, man. He's
very smart. I mean, can't you believe how he was playing the people for 10 years? It's like amazing. This guy is.
He was a plant
superior.
from the very beginning.
Well,
come on.
Yeah, they made.
I know a lot of flat earthers kind of it's suspicious of him, but come on, can't you see when he talks? He's so honest. You know, he doesn't. He's always humble. He's never arrogant. He's never puffed up. You know, and if he's wrong, he says he's wrong. You know, just because he said he's wrong for us. But there you go. He's right about everything now. You know, all those anti-flat earthers. I mean, globies love him. You know,
oh yeah. You know, his science acumen is off the charts, man. Like it's an experiment about rocks and waterfalls.
Aye.
He nailed it.
Wait, but with the rocks, we have they could easily fabricate a moon rock or whatever.
But that's impossible.
We have moon rocks on Earth too, don't we?
No, but the radiation coming off those rocks need to be in space.
Yeah, we measured, the gravitational pull of the moon versus the Earth, and we know how much radiation those rocks would actually have.
Oh my! There's that gravity again. Jesus
well,
Christ.
you You see, Luca, the thing is we had the Chinese and the Indians land on the dark side of the moon.
Mm.
So
That's
while they
a
were
lot of proof.
there, they were able to prove that space is real and you flat earthers are uneducated.
Mhm.
Oh,
Some people-
astronauts.
Some people would say you're thick, and that you're retards, you know. But we wouldn't say that, you know.
But I do love how it's so sad that when Jaren went to and discovered TFE that the sun didn't say that he became a flat earther. I mean, how can Jaren just become a flat earther after 10 years from fighting for the globe?
Other way, yeah.
Other way.
Other way, yeah.
Yeah, he's become a flat earther now.
Yeah, we're in
Because
reverse.
he said he saw
that.
the sunset, and we clearly saw the 24-hour live stream show the sun didn't set.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
So he's lying. He was just playing Globo all along.
Yeah, but that TFE was fake. You could see like a truck vanish before it even was supposed
Well, you know what?
to
I would
vanish.
agree with you. Some of TFE was fake. You know why? Because a flat earther, Will Duffy, went and made it up. Yeah, I don't trust flat earthers.
They don't listen to anything flat earthers say at all.
No, because you guys are
No.
uneducated.
Yeah.
Luca, do you have a PhD in PhDs?
Yeah. They take the piss out of science. You know what I mean? They don't do their own observations at all. All they do is watch YouTube videos and say, "Yeah, I agree with that. Dude must be flat." They take no observations for themselves, like us Goldbergs. We do.
I mean, they ignore refraction. They ignore all the science. They ignore all the astronauts. They ignore all the gravity that we can show them. I mean, let me quickly show you with this ranch dressing for you, Luca. Look, this is gravity.
Wow.
See?
Great,
There. Credit debunked. There we go.
Celebration.
It only fell because
Master
there was
Tax Max.
nothing holding it up, you know?
Huh?
There's nothing underneath it, so it fell.
Yeah, but
Why does it always fall down?
Yeah, why does it fall down?
Why always down, not up? Yeah,
Where
exactly.
did the energy come from to make it fall?
Kunal chatting, thank you for your 2 Canadians. He says, ass attracts ass for sure. One cheek to the other. You rock, man. I really appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. And thank you for being a sport in this. I just thought it'd be a nice, fun idea, you know.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, you really got to think hard.
Simple enough, I suppose.
It is a simple enough exercise, but when you're used to thinking and another way, because we come out of that, it's so hard to go back to it. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
Yes, you got a professor in the house.
Solve the globe.
I see you got gravity behind you because they don't believe that photo behind you is real curve.
Yeah, it is. Even though it just looks
a lot
straight,
of gravity.
A lot of gravity.
It's actually a picture of gravity is what we got going on there. You can
Absolutely.
tell.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's your evidence.
There you go. Debunk that,
definitely
Luca. Debunk that evidence. Debunk that evidence behind solve.
I mean, look how parallel that sun ray is. Come on. You can't tell me you look at that photo and you tell me that's divergent.
Exactly.
It's impossible.
You can't even tell if it's divergent or
I mean, look at that
converging
curve
because it's
behind
red.
you.
Wow.
Look at that curve.
Can't deny it.
How do you look at that and
That's
say that?
That's as
Come
brown
on.
as it gets.
That's a fisheye lens, obviously.
No, they use the rectilinear lens.
How? I can't see any curve.
But I know flat earthers can't spell rectilinear, so they're not going to understand what it even is. So it's okay. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if the Earth is flat, how
smart
come
boy.
hummingbirds fly? Right?
And you see, now we got the flat earther talking over you again. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Can you say it again?
I said, if the Earth is flat, how come a hummingbird flies?
Exactly.
There you go.
He needs gravity to fly, correct?
There it is.
Yeah.
Boy, hummingbirds have wings. What are you talking
Hey, Sam,
about?
what's up, man?
Very simple to understand.
It's wings that allow them to defy gravity, even though we don't know what the hell it is. They defy it. Okay, so stop.
Yeah, because Einstein told us it's bending the space around it, so it's the only way it moves up. Hey, Sam, can you believe it? We actually got a flat Earth in here fighting for flat Earth.
Wait a second.
No.
I mean, can you believe there's actual flat Earthers today?
How can
It's
they?
insane. What's wrong with these people?
How can they
I
deny
don't know.
the
I came late because I was, we were sacrificing some children in the church
Oh.
of Satan, and
Oh, no.
we got a little late.
Oh, nice.
So,
You were a bit late. Okay.
Yeah, but it's all right. Satan was in a good mood today. That's all right.
See, and that's science, Sam. That's right there. Science.
Our Lord and Savior Satan.
There it is.
Yeah.
Well, he did create us the heliocentric globe. I mean,
Yes,
come
of
on.
course.
All hail Helios.
It's the only.
Helios. Helios.
It's a bit weird how passionate you guys are. Like, there's 5 of you here now against one flat earther.
Yeah, well, look at it this way, Luca. If you understand calculus and maths, you'd understand that you are the 0.01% of the whole population. So by default, you'll be the 1% in the whole village. That's just stupid.
I'll be the 1% that will get things right.
Well, what did you get right so far?
Consensus doesn't automatically mean correct.
Well, wait a
Of
minute.
Of course it does. Of course,
Everybody,
scientists tells us it does.
Yeah.
everybody, scientists agree. The scientists said that the Earth is a globe. So, are you a science denier?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they all
Yes.
get together. All the
I
best scientists
thought-
get together, Luca.
Wait,
You know,
no,
they
you don't.
talk about
No.
consensus. And
He's
then
talking over you, PJ. Look, listen to this triggered flat earther. He just talks over
always
you,
the
man.
same. Always the same. Always the same. The retards.
Let me at the flat Earth for a minute. What are you going to do when our sun goes supernova? You're going to be sitting here on your flat Earth, and we're going to be in rockets flying to the next planet. I'm telling you.
Yeah, telling you.
Where are you going to be?
We've not seen
I mean-
what's going on in space now in other planets.
Yeah,
We're
but I
going to be
mean,
there soon, bro. We're going to be
I
there
mean,
soon.
look what's going to happen. We're going to Mars soon. I mean, come on.
Defo.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
seen all the little remote control things in there where they send back the photos. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. It doesn't look nothing like anything here on Earth. Nothing.
I've already proved that you can't go to a place that violates natural law. So if that's the case, then literally everything.
Wait. What natural law?
What nuts?
What natural law?
The second law of thermodynamics.
That's not a law.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Can you tell us what the second law is?
Yeah, it's about like
Blah, blah, blah. I think his mic broke. You see, these flat earthers don't know how to use technology. So he probably broke his mic trying to look at
How do I-
ChatGPT quickly.
use
Google.
He broke it. He was trying to
thing.
come on.
And
Right.
if Earth isn't a globe, where are space aliens come from?
Mm.
That-
And
that's a
how
good
did they
question.
come here and build our pyramids?
That's right.
That's not even what we globers are supposed to say.
Why not?
How do you know what a globe is supposed to say, Luca? You were born a flat earther, man.
I used to be a glober, though.
Don't lie, you were born a flat earther. You
That's
uneducated,
not
remember?
even what globers say either.
Yeah, we're globers. We know what we're saying.
That's
that's the
we have-
Dunning-Kruger. That's the Dunning-Kruger from these
as
guys.
if you were
You see, these flat earthers,
hypothetically.
the Dunning-Kruger. See, he's getting triggered.
hypothetically.
You see, he's still getting triggered.
If you were a
Always
flat
got-
earther, hypothetically speaking, that's not what you'd say in that situation.
Yeah, it is.
If I was a flat earther, I'd see. If I was a flat earther, the whole of the flat Earth would be lit up with the sun. Why isn't that happening?
And if you don't agree with us that the Earth is a globe, well, then we're going to, in real time on live broadcast, hack into your account and start screwing with you.
We'll go through the back door.
Yeah,
That's right.
Mhm.
That's not
I mean-
even a thing that happened.
I mean, have you guys even gone?
Oh,
Have you guys even gone to the best globe site there is, Flurf Wiki? I mean, come on.
Mm.
It tells you all. I mean, Luca, do you drink urine?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
of course he does. He's a
Yeah,
flat earther. Of course he
I-
does. Which flat earther doesn't drink piss? Come on.
I don't know. I mean, he has his Papa Fluff. He probably drinks his Papa Fluff's urine.
nah, but
I mean,
evidence.
Jevin stopped drinking piss as soon as he came back to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's quite
I
weird.
need evidence and to see the part where it clearly says it's a joke site. So no, I don't drink urine.
Now, while you're saying Fluff Wiki's lying about you, Luca.
No, it's satire, obviously.
But the scientists are saying you drink urine, so the scientists are lying again.
But it's satire, it says so. So I don't drink urine.
What does satire mean?
Like for jokes. It's a joke. It's like not real.
Sounds like you're choking on your urine.
Uh-oh.
So, Luca, why
That's
do you
enough.
believe the Bible says the Earth's flat, man? You know, the Bible is just a joke. It's not a real book.
When we know that the Book of the Dead says the contrary, so I don't understand.
Exactly, Sam.
Wait.
I mean, do you guys just trust any old book, or do we just trust the scientists?
He's gargling with it now.
There he goes with his piss again.
Just got a free refill.
Are you paying for that, or did you use your own?
Where do you buy that at, anyways? I want to know.
Yeah, I mean,
I-
is it from
I
mine?
think
Is it from
he.
Rocky?
You see, he keeps parroting Flatman Dan. He doesn't stop parroting Flatman. Like, kind of
Probably
fine.
two guys too. Definitely.
Yeah.
The big Papa Flurf.
Yeah, the big fluff. I mean, that guy literally thinks that gravity's not real. Come on.
And you demonstrated it just a second ago. I mean, how could you
can do
not
it
find
again.
that real? Yeah.
Fuck.
Flat earthers, man.
I peed all over the place.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, no.
You guys do have the tendency of missing the toilet seat, sir.
I'm gonna have to wash my streets tomorrow.
So no flat earthers want to take us up on this offer and show us how the Earth's flat? See how cowardice these flat earthers are, guys.
I know.
No evidence
That's
whatsoever.
I think I should remove the join link and then say the join link's there, but they're too scared to join.
Oh, okay.
That's not what Glovers do anyway.
No, Globers are honest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You flat earthers that are dishonest, you're lying. Look how much you lied in this stream. Come on.
Yeah, but you're supposed
Yeah,
to
you just
be
lied again. You
Glovers
see,
right
look at
now.
that. Look, guys.
But you're supposed to be
Look, you lied
Glovers
again.
right
Oh,
now.
come on. And now he's interrupting me while trying to read a super chat.
I know.
These
Rude,
damn
aren't they?
flat earthers, they can't control themselves. Tony Whitcomb, thank you for £5. He says, all you Globers now, you sound like even Baxter, the new reader in the film Bruce Almighty. Thank you for the super chat, Tony. Really appreciate it, man. You rock. Really appreciate all the support.
You are highly exaggerating what Globers do right now.
Do you think I was exaggerating about somebody hacking into somebody's accounts in real time on a live broadcast? Do you think I'm lying about that, exaggerating?
I made a video about it, man. I
Look,
covered
that
some
part,
of it
that
last
part
night.
might be
I
true.
wouldn't have made a
but
video about it if it wasn't true.
the other
We covered
stuff-
some of it last night.
And furthermore, if you don't agree with us that the Earth is a globe, then we're also going to call your employer, try to get you fired. We're going to stalk your family, and we're going to harass them about it as well.
Because we're just
Oh.
Come
And
on,
then
that's
just
not-
wait, and then we
We're just
deny
right.
it. Yeah, and then we got to deny it and then justify the action.
Well, the globe rules. We got to do these things. We got to get rid of the ignorance in the world. Those flat earthers got to go.
Yeah, flat earthers shouldn't exist. Anybody that's flat earthers should just get run out of town.
Yeah, all flat earthers are white beaters and murderers.
Yeah.
White
That's
beaters and
not.
murderers.
Well, some Some might be, but that's not even that's exaggerated. The small
That's
number.
the thing. That's the
You
archetype. It's
get
not
large
that's the
number.
archetype of them. I know what they're like. I know what they're like.
Yeah, but that's
It's not even
completely
stereotype.
exaggerated. The small number.
Come on.
The small amount of people that actually do that, but you've exaggerated it to the whole globe
Listen,
community.
I've told you a million, billion, trillion, gazillion, googleplex times that I don't exaggerate.
But Luca, why haven't you taken David Weiss's Bitcoin yet to show the Earth's flat? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fake challenge.
Yes, 3 Bitcoin on the line, man. You should go for it with all your evidence.
Oh my!
Just show us how the sun sets.
Reversal.
Just show us how the sun doesn't set on a flat Earth, man. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Should
Well,
always
it
do
just
that.
gets too small to see. Remember?
No, it's going behind the curve of the Earth, sir. I can show that.
Remember, the sun is 93 million miles away, Luca,
Yes.
and we are
We
rotating.
measured that.
so-
We measured that.
yeah, we measured it.
Mhm.
Actually,
Yeah,
94,
supposedly, yeah.
94 billion because the space is expanding. So now it's,
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Always.
it's a few.
I think the sun is moving further away, actually. Yeah.
That spark that started the Big
All
Bang.
these things you say are correct. So how are you guys actually not globers yet?
We are
We're
globers.
Globers, what are you talking
Yeah.
What are you
about?
talking about? Are you an undercover flat earther, Luca?
What are you talking about, bro?
Reversal.
Huh?
He's reversing the reverse.
Why would
Well, didn't you-
why would anybody stupid enough believe the Earth is flat?
Yeah, I mean,
Why would
really,
anybody think that?
anybody that's uneducated that dropped out of school. Yeah.
I don't want to be a flat earther then, if that's what's gonna happen to me.
I mean, it's obvious that water curves and sticks to a ball. Flat Earth that would just find its level. That's stupid. Stupid. That's not what we
I mean, how else can you explain refraction if the Earth's not a globe, Luca?
Well, even on a flat Earth, there would still be refraction because there'd be an atmosphere.
But how do you have atmospheric gradients in a contained, closed dome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Stutter for me.
Yeah.
Baran.
By the way, PJ, the Queen Globy, she says check your WhatsApp.
Oh, did you?
You guys win. I don't have an answer for that one.
We've just converted Luca to Globe Earth, guys. Welcome, brother, to
Job's
the
a good
call.
one.
Just
Yeah,
because
there you
I
go.
don't have an answer doesn't mean I won't. There isn't an answer, you know. I'm not converted yet. There might still be an answer that I'm missing.
Yeah,
Well,
look
what is causing you not to believe in the globe, Luca? We want you to join the Church of Globeness.
Yes.
Well,
Or else we will-
sometimes.
Or else we will harass your family and try to get you fired from your job. And
Look at that.
Sometimes.
Look at that QNV talking about Wikipedia. Are you a shareholder in Flatzoid's channel? Yeah,
But
of course
that's
she
flat
is.
earthers for you. But you see,
Yeah,
that's how
Flat
lots of
Earthers weird. Yeah, of course she is.
Yeah.
Of course she is. Of course she
Yeah.
is.
You know,
Flat Earthers, man.
he's relentless.
That reminds me, Vicky, I'm supposed to still pay your check to you. I
Yeah.
forgot to pay last month's check.
You know, she's like, she's okay waiting a little bit.
So
Well, I don't observe curvature. Well, let's go through the points one by one.
so,
I
But
don't
curvature is
observe
measured.
so did Lucas convert to globalism or not yet? Did you
Not
convert?
quite yet. We're going through them one by one.
Well,
He's holding out on us.
Okay,
You know
I got
that-
an idea. Luca, choose the globe you want to debate on a specific topic, and then each topic you choose a different globe. How's that?
Okay. Okay, let's go with let's go. We see too far with Roger.
I'm ready.
Okay, so we see too far. Therefore, the Earth must be flat. That's sometimes we see a bit too far than we are supposed to.
How is that? We only see what the refraction allows us to see due to weather conditions.
Sentence doesn't make sense. You might want to try that one again.
Well, what else do you need? Depends on your elevation. You can see over the curve.
Okay. Change. Flatzoid.
But wait, you can't just give up so easily.
What? No, I'm changing.
You see, flat earthers are cowards. They give up too far too easy, man.
Because you globers don't understand your own model. So I'm seeing if another glober here understands it better.
Okay.
Okay, Flatzoid. Sometimes we see a bit further than we are supposed to. Why
you see,
is
this flat
that?
earther is so dumb. He doesn't get. He just actually told Roger on this subject. Now he's moving it on to me. So he's scared of Roger. Are you scared of Roger?
No, it's just Roger.
Roger, he's scared of you, man.
Roger didn't give the appropriate response.
Yeah. Roger's scared of you.
No, Roger just didn't give the appropriate reply.
No, stop making excuses, man.
So I'm switching to another glober who might understand the model a bit better, who might explain it to me a bit better.
Well, I'm sorry, Lucas, but I have a feeling that, you want to become a glober, you want to come out of the closet, and you want to convert, to our cause. But, among us, the synagogue of the globe, circumcision is, obligatory. I'm sorry, there's no other way. You know that, right?
Yeah, and flat Earth has become a cult. He's a cultist. You're in a cult.
I mean, look at this flat earther. The shape of the Earth is not science. How can the globe is scientifically shown?
Yes, science.
I mean, how did we get a model?
Yeah, because science.
Well, how did the Earth form a sphere in a void, man, without gravity as a singularity?
I mean, the fact that we have dark matter means it's scientific.
There you go. How are you going to refute that?
I mean,
because things can't be invisible.
How do you know that?
How do you know? Have you ever seen anything not invisible?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
There you
Obviously not. You can't see things that are invisible.
Weird, huh? But yet we know it's
that's
there.
Not science.
We know it's there.
Something invisible. It's not science.
We know it's there.
How?
Because the
movement. You can't
the movement. You see the movement. It diverts. It's got to be there.
Oh my God! There's that gravity shit again.
But haven't you heard of gravity pockets before?
Pony, just saying gravity always.
Yeah, well, Luca, how will we have ships working in the ocean without buoyancy? I mean, that's literally from gravity. Come on.
Of course.
But you guys say buoyancy. Well, buoyancy. We don't disagree with buoyancy there. No, buoyancy holds it up. Yeah.
Well, that's due to gravity, right? You wouldn't have buoyancy without gravity, would you?
No, buoyancy can still exist without gravity.
Okay, Sov just put a link up.
I'm looking at
this is funny. Welcome to the Church of Science.
What in science's name was that? It's the United Atheist Alliance! Oh, science, help us! Science? Damn you, Unified Atheist League!
Who are they? Jesus Christ!
You believe in a supernatural being.
Science, damn you, United Atheist Alliance!
Now you see.
It was a trick! Science, damn you, time child!
Here. Science be praised. This could end the war. You've done a great thing.
Science, damn it! I'm so
To
fucking...
send out all its defense ships to take down the Allied Atheist Alliance's clan fields. Praise science. This is your chance, young speck.
Hail science! Hail science!
Bark, bark.
Science aged logic. What a jerk!
Time has come. May science give us the courage to do what we must. Launch all defensive ships to... Science be praised.
Praise science.
Kill the table eaters! In the name of almighty science!
But it wasn't until he met his beautiful wife that he learned using logic and reason isn't enough. You have to be a dick to everyone who doesn't think like you.
That was Dawkins.
There is one train route.
But that end statement he just made was so profound. It was so true.
Praise
Has to be a dick to everyone.
Praise science. Praise science.
Mrs. Garrison looked lovely as ever.
She was beautiful. Yes.
Brave and stunning.
Well, I got the perfect one to show you guys. These two are flat earthers, by the way. This is how dumb flat earthers are. Look how dumb these two flat earthers are.
Right.
You guys are in a relationship? Yeah. And you're a boy, and you're a boy. So would you say that you're gay then?
Yes.
Okay. Were you born a female then? Yes. Okay. All right.
Gay!
What? That's not gay.
Yeah, that's how you flat earthers. You don't get this, do you?
Wow.
What? No, everyone agrees on that.
No, but those are flat earthers. Yes, all flat earthers are gay.
Who can say if they were flat earthers or not?
Didn't you
I
see
don't
the
know
pride
that.
flag?
Yeah, I mean, they don't
Pride
need to
means
speak
flat earthers.
They don't need to
Yes.
speak it. You can tell because they're gay.
Flat earthers aren't gay.
Yeah, but
What do you know, man? Come on.
Globers aren't gay either.
no, of course not.
Well, not all
None of
globers or flat earthers are gay. There might
Look
be
at this
some
guy.
I don't know, man. Wait a second.
He's such an anti-glober. He's such an anti-glober. He's a hater. He's a bigot.
Did he
Have
just
you
say
got some-
Did he just say Globers aren't gay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all. Not all.
So we're not
globers
happy.
are gay.
Globers aren't happy, man.
No.
You see, he's
Not
so dumb. He
all
doesn't even know
globers
the
are gay.
definition for gay is happy.
Yeah.
Not all flat earthers are gay.
So we're not happy, guys.
No,
All
gay
are-
just means you like your own sex.
No, gay means happy.
No,
No, it means
gay means you're into the same gender.
No, it doesn't.
No, gay means happy.
It means happy. It's joy.
Prove it.
Have you ever had a fag? Have you ever had a fag before, Luca?
Like, is fag short for faggot or
No, it's cigarettes.
Cigarette.
Oh,
Yeah, I smoke fags now and again.
no,
See,
I
you flat
have not.
earthers always want to change definitions.
Uh,
Oh no.
I was
They want to make level not curved anymore. I mean, what is wrong with these people?
no stupid. Yeah.
Well, you're just using one definition out of like the 10 that say it's flat. You know? Level means flat.
Does it?
Well,
There
you're
you go.
just
The word
using one
gay.
out of like 10 definitions.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
That's
it
the
is.
problem with you guys. That's the problem with you flat earthers. You're gays and you deny space. When we know that
Yes,
in space there are gay civilizations, alien gay civilizations that are going to come and save us.
Gay
You
at
know,
one point
build up-
did mean happy. Yes.
You see, you must join the Liberty for Gay Aliens.
Yes.
There you go.
Even cops.
Gay at one point did mean happy, but I'm talking about now.
Even Brian Cox, they're gonna send Brian Cox to to make the first contact. You know what I mean? Like as soon as they get they make the first contact, send Brian Cox to
Okay, I'm
to
gonna
make
run away
contact.
now. I'm done talking to you. I've clearly won this debate here.
Typical flat earther. Yeah, look at him running
Yeah,
away.
I've already won, so there's no point in me being here anymore.
You see,
You don't think just take a look and see what outer space movies were
I'm
were
not listening to
created in
you anymore. I'm
1992.
leaving. Bye.
No, I'm serious.
But you see, the problem is they always have McToon fighting for them.
Yeah.
Papa Fluff always has to give them their arguments. They always have to parrot Papa Fluff.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the core of it all. He's the core.
Yeah. Truth hurts.
Everything derives from him.
Yeah. If we pull down McToon, we pull down the flat Earth guys. That's just gonna be it.
Yep. Yeah. Wow. You know what I find odd? That even on reversal day, you still don't really get the other side trying to come in and actually play the role. Well done to Luca, by the way. Nice attempt.
Fair play, man.
At least
he
Mike
held
also
up good. Yeah. Stuck to his guns on the definitions. Yeah.
It took me a minute to get. I was like, to reverse it. It's like it was hard. It was hard to reverse it. It took a minute.
Yeah. You got to think about it before you say it, man.
You do, because like I said, I first came in. I started being in support of Flat Earth, like asking why does it massive mass? And like Pat's like, no, remember, no, don't remember.
Like, when have you ever observed mass attracting mass, sir?
Well, I know mass attracts mass. I have 4 children.
So babies come from gravity, you say?
Yeah, don't you know gravity creates gravity?
Gravity's a god.
All hell the little G and the big G.
Oh.
So any flat earthers in chat want to take us on? You can choose anyone.
Tell you what, why don't we do a little test and reverse it, and we become flat earthers for a day at some point? That'd be cool.
I think that might be a good idea. We can do that for the next hour if you want. We can reverse it. We can be flat earthers for an hour, and let them become globers for an hour.
Be weird though.
That's so hard. That's so hard.
I mean, how can we become people that are uneducated and just don't know anything and it's just dumb? You know what I mean?
It's just be stupid.
Yeah.
I suppose you could just sit there blank faced.
Yeah, dial it down, the IQ. Yeah.
Well, we can't give ourselves enough face palms to make ourselves as dumb as them, you know.
Of course.
I heard it does make you dumb after a while.
And by the way, guys, all these things are actual arguments we get from Globers.
No takers, huh?
I always knew Mr. Groovy was a globe earther undercover. If it weren't for gravity, babies would never drop out of their mummies' tummies.
When did they make that South Park, Soft? I've never seen it.
Let me see. That was funny. There was a whole war. That's 10 years ago.
Oh, nice.
And it was like where they had a whole society that was all there was an atheist society, there was a science society, and I don't know. I forget how they got the freaking otters involved, but you know how South Park is. They take it like right to the extreme. But that's what I think is cool. You take it to the extreme to exemplify the point, you know, and you have to do that with people sometimes.
There's another channel that I love that takes it to it's also a cartoon. What I can't think of the name right now. But they also use these politic kind of cartoons. But also they like it's at the like line of is this too far or not?
Right.
What is it? Let me see if I can find one of them. Is someone in?
I was actually surprised to see.
Hey, we got a flat earth in.
Oh, we got a flat earther now. Yeah.
Hey, Brandon, how's it going?
Are you going to behave yourself today?
Here's
Flat Earth is already attacking us. Look, the flat Earth is already attacking us.
I'm not attacking
Why
you.
do you
I
think
asked
the
you
Earth
if
is?
you're going to behave
Why do you
yourself.
think that? Why do you
What
think
is
the
what is
Earth
my
is
model?
flat?
Can you steel man my model to me?
You don't have a model. You're a flat earther.
I'm a flat earther. Can you steel man? I do have a model. Can you steel man it?
Dude, what is your model then?
Your flat Earth.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Steel man my model.
You haven't told us what it is to steel man it.
No, I'm a flat earther. I think the Earth is flat. That's my model.
So tell us what you. So
go ahead, steel man. So
you
so
can't steel man something you haven't presented yet.
Yeah.
It's the AE map.
See, that's what I hate flat earthers, because they come and they troll and they troll. They come on our
Nobody's
chats.
trolling. What's a troll?
They can't even discuss the globe anymore because you're just like
what's a
coming
troll?
and just like.
I'm simply telling you, asking you to steel man my flat Earth model to me. Go ahead.
My map's not a model. No, we can't do that. We need a working model. We need it right
You
now.
need to give us more data
I
to be able
gave
to
you
make
my
the steel
model.
man.
I gave you my model.
You wait.
You guys really suck at this role reversal.
Is the flat earther so dumb? The flat earther doesn't even understand that a map's not a model.
I know.
Yeah.
No,
we
that's
have a
not what
model.
we say, Keith.
You
You're
just
doing
said
a
that.
bad
you see,
job.
Flat Earth is lying as well now.
Yeah,
Literally
you're
just
doing a
said the
bad
map is a
job.
model.
You're doing a bad job of role reversal. That's not what
You
we
just
would
literally
say.
said the IE map is your model.
Yes.
So now you contradicted yourself again.
I didn't contradict myself.
You see, this is
How
the
is
problem
a
with
map
Flat
a
Earth.
model?
What's the It represents the thing you're talking about. That's what a model is.
Apparently,
Is a map a model?
So you think the Earth is a piece of paper with drawings on it?
That's called a reification fallacy.
Well, I mean, that's what you just said. You said your model
that's
is a
not what I
map.
said.
Is
I
a
said
newspaper? How about a newspaper? Is that a facsimile of that same type of model?
I said models represent reality.
Apparently, you don't know what a model is. You should take a good look at the globe model and you just so you can have an
Talk
idea.
to me about the globe model. Describe your model to me.
Well, we have it. It's all over the place. Just
Go ahead.
just
Tell me.
Google it.
Google Earth.
Go ahead. No, you
Google Earth, Brenda. Google Earth.
Yeah, use Google.
You guys are not
go to
doing a
Google.
good job of role reversal.
Yeah,
you
we
should
are.
be
We're
happy
being just
to
like you
explain
idiots.
your model
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. So Google Earth is the model. Can we have your model now?
Yeah, it's the AE map.
No, that's a map. That's not a model.
Yes, maps are models.
You just said
No,
a map
they're
was not a model.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
What kind of map
Like
No, I
3
didn't.
times.
No,
We got
I
this
didn't.
recorded. If I bring it up and showing you saying it, will you concede that you lied?
Go ahead and bring it up and let's see what I said.
Okay. We can do that.
Get the whole clip. Don't cherry pick the clip either.
We're not flat earthers. We don't need to cherry pick.
Nope.
You're doing a bad job of steel manning. Your
You can't
role
steel man
as a
something you haven't
Clover.
presented.
Actually, you, Brenda, you're very good at role reversal. Yeah, actually, very, very.
Yes, it's called intelligence.
Yes, I
Is that what that
see.
is?
Yes.
Ooh.
We
Okay,
can
there we
see.
go.
Fucking crazy, but
Hey Vicky, how's it going? Okay, guys, listen to what Brenda just said. The flat earth in.
Oh, we got a flat earther now. Yeah.
Hey, Brandon, how's it going?
Are you going to behave yourself today?
Who are you talking
Here's
to?
The
another
flat
one.
earth is already attacking us. Look, the flat earth is already attacking us.
I'm not attacking
Why
you.
do you
I
think
asked
the
you
earth
if
is?
you're going to behave
Why do you
yourself.
think that? Why do you
What
think
is
the
what is
earth
my model?
flat?
Can you steel man my model to me?
You don't have a model. You're a flat earther.
I'm a flat earther. Can
Yeah,
you
you're
steel
a
man?
model.
I do have a model. Can you steel man?
Where?
Dude, what is your model then?
Your flat
Yes,
earth.
go ahead. Go ahead. Steel man my model.
You haven't
ahead.
told
Show
us
us
what
your
it is to steel man it.
No, I'm a flat earther. I think the earth is flat. That's my model.
So tell us what you. So
Go ahead,
that's your
steel
model.
man. So
You
so
can't steel man something you haven't presented
None
yet.
of us have ever, being Glovers, being
It's the AE
dismissive
map.
and
See,
condescending
that's what I
pricks.
hate the
Now
flat
listen,
earthers.
hold on. Being as that we're dismissive and condescending pricks, we've never taken any time to look into anything you may claim to be a model. So we just say that you don't have anything. Okay.
That's how it
Now
works.
that's your shit. That's actually what Globers do right there.
Well, Brenda's going to show now. Brenda just lied. These flat earthers never stop lying.
Because they come and they troll and they
listen.
Troll. They come on our
Nobody's
chats.
What's a troll?
They can't even discuss the globe anymore because
Brenda,
you're
you
just
said
such a
everyone
troll.
will crack
Just
the roll with
I'm
you.
simply telling you,
Vicky,
asking you to steal.
Brenda, you
Vicky.
said everyone's crap at role reversal. Nobody's as crap as you because you're still a cop in a frock and a freak. And I swear down, right, you're lucky you're a man and you live in America because you're vulgar fucking bastard man.
So
That's
where
why.
is my contradiction?
Okay, listen.
You're smiling. You're
man.
smiling, Keith. Do you think that
flat
makes
earth
you
model
look good? Go ahead.
Your IE map.
My map's not a model. No, we can't do that. We need a working model. We need it right
You need
now.
to give us more data
I
to be able
gave
to
you
make
my
the steel
model.
man.
I gave you my model.
You wait.
You guys really suck at this role reversal.
Is the flat earther so dumb that the flat earther doesn't even understand that a map's not a model?
I know.
Brenda thinks the Earth is a flat piece of
No,
paper.
that's not what we say.
Oh, you guys are over talking the video. We're trying to get where Brenda's saying a map is a model. Just like wait 2 minutes.
Keith,
You
you're
just said
doing
that.
a bad
you see,
job.
Flat Earth is lying as well now.
Yeah, you're
Literally
doing
just
a
said the
bad
map is a
job.
model.
You're doing a bad job of role reversal. That's not what
You
we
just
would
literally
say.
said the IE map is your model.
Yes.
Brenda?
Yeah, what's wrong with that? Where's the contradiction, Keith?
You literally
said
just said the IE map is your model.
Yes.
You just
Where's the
and you told
contradiction?
us that you didn't say that.
No, I said the AE. I've said entirely the whole time the AE map is my model.
No.
What is it you think I said?
You said it's not. You contradicting
No,
yourself.
I
nonstop.
said the entire time that
Did
the
I just
AE
bring up
map-
something that Brenda said she didn't? Well, he didn't say.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
I did.
No, where?
This is the problem with these flat earthers.
Point it
Very
out. To me.
dishonest.
Point out the place
They're deaf
where
as
I
well.
said that the AE map
I just
is
pointed
not
out.
our model. Where did I didn't say that. I said the AE map is our model.
So a map is a model?
Yes.
No, a map's not a model. This
Yes,
is how
it
dumb this
is.
flat earth is. Can
What
the
is-
other
how does
globers
it
explain
work?
to this flat earther why a map is not a model?
Why is a map not a model?
Can you predict with the map on the AE?
Yes,
Can you
you
predict
can.
anything? You can?
Yes.
What can you predict?
Yes. I can
Show me.
predict the distance it will take for me to get from city A to
That's
city
not a
B.
prediction.
No,
That's
it's not a
Not a
prediction.
prediction?
No, that's not a prediction.
Why not?
Because distance is not prediction.
Why not?
Measurement.
It's a calculation or measurement.
Yeah.
I'm not measuring 100 miles between two cities. I'm using the map as a method of predicting how far it will be from city A to city B. It's 100 miles.
That's not a prediction.
Yes,
That's
it
a
is.
calculation.
I don't know how
Calculation.
far. No, it's not a prediction.
You
It's
see,
not
flat
a-
earthers never finish school, so they don't understand what math is. You
Well,
see?
see,
don't
that's
know
like,
what-
that would be
you
like
don't know
me
what
going
math
over
is.
and saying, I predicted that board over there is 10 feet long, which basically means I estimated it. Okay. And then I go over and actually physically measure it, and I find out that I was 10 feet 1 inch. So I was, my prediction came right on down to
Could my map be wrong and I make a false prediction based on my map?
Well, how far are you going?
Let's say I have a map and I'm at city A and I want to know the distance to city B. I look at
Wait
my
a second.
map. I look at. Let me
Is this
finish
a
my
worldwide
sentences.
thing? Is
Why
this
don't
a
you let me
worldwide
finish
thing,
my
or are we
sentences?
going just across town?
I said from city
When
A
have you ever used a world map for
I said
navigation?
from city A to city
Okay,
B.
well, that's a section of a map. You're
I
not going
said
to
from
use.
city
Are you
A
going to
to
use?
city
Are you
B.
going to use an azimuthal equidistant map to go from Minneapolis to Chicago, for instance?
As a flat earther, that is my model. Yes.
Well, so you're going to get out a whole big world map. You're not just going to pull out a Rand McNally.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
All Rand McNally maps are flat Earth maps.
What do you mean from CD-A to CD-B? Like from Sodom to Gomorrah, something like this? Like, what do you mean?
No, from your left ear to your right ear, it's 100 miles.
Okay.
Well, Brenda,
Okay.
why do you believe in the Bible, though?
Yes.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out why you would use an azimuthal equidistant world map to go 100 miles.
Because it's my map of the Earth.
Well, yeah, but you're only going 100 miles.
Yeah, but it's my map of the Earth. All
But
maps.
why would
all
you
maps
use
are.
Why would you
Why
have
are
to?
you using a
why would
globe
you have
map
to have
now?
all the rest of the world out
I'm
there
not
when
using
you're
a
only
globe
going
map.
100
I'm not using a globe
How many
map.
do you actually use an azimuthal equidistant map to travel 100 miles?
Dude, do you not get the point of this? I'm role playing as a flat earther. Do you not get that?
Yeah, and you suck at it, man.
How? I'm using
How?
a
I
flat
just
map.
hit you with some very poignant questions
I use
right
a
now.
flat
You
map.
can't.
You know what I
Flat
find very
earther could answer.
All maps are flat.
You know what I find very
all maps
odd?
are flat.
Brenda,
Welcome to flat Earth. Welcome
Brenda,
to flat
you know
Earth.
what I
dude.
find very odd? Even as you're acting like a glober or flat earther, you're exactly the same.
Absolutely.
So, my map, which is a flat Earth map. I have to remember, I'm a flat earther now. I'm a flat earther. I use my map to make a prediction on the distance between two cities. I predict that it's going to be 100 miles, and then I drive there, and I find out my map is wrong. It's 101 miles. Right? So I made a prediction. It was mostly right.
Well, it's very much like my prediction of the board. You know, I predict that board is 10 feet long, and I go over and measure it. And actuality, it was called an estimate. Okay,
I'm making a prediction based on.
You're not Dionne Warwick. You are not the Psychic
I'm
Friends
making
Network.
a prediction. I'm making a prediction based on the map.
Okay, that's not a prediction. That's an estimation.
No, it's literally a prediction.
Estimation. That's not a prediction. That's an estimation.
I don't know the distance from here to there. Based on my map, I predict that distance will be such and such.
All maps.
That's a prediction.
All maps distances quite accurate.
They can be accurate within a certain range.
How do maps get distances?
What do you mean? How do they get distances?
When they do the cartography, do they measure those distances or do they calculate them?
They measure them.
So then, how is your map wrong then?
I think my map is correct, but I'm making a prediction.
You just said your prediction that's not a prediction, that's actually just an estimate, is saying the map measured distance is wrong.
An estimate is a prediction too, anyway.
No.
Right?
Really?
It's a prediction. I say for instance, you catch a fish, you catch a walleye. I predict that walleye. I predict that walleye is 2.25 pounds. That's an estimate based on prior experience. It looks like 2.25 pounds to me. That's an estimate.
You didn't predict it. You estimated something that was already there.
That's a prediction. That's a prediction.
Predicting is coming up with something that hasn't been established yet.
Yeah, it hasn't been established how much that walleye weighs.
The size of the fish and the volume of it is evident to you, so you can estimate.
No, it isn't.
Given experience with those
fish.
No, it isn't. I
can't just look at the fish and know how.
It's not a fucking prediction, Brenda.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
What is the prediction?
So why are you using a globe map, Brenda?
I'm not. I'm using a flat map.
What flat map? All maps come from the globe.
The AE map is
it's
a flat
equidistant.
Map.
It's a equidistant map. It comes from the globe.
It doesn't matter. It's a flat map.
All maps are flat,
map of the Earth.
Brenda.
It is. It is as it is.
How do you account? How do you account for nautical miles on your map?
I don't know. I just have this map and it makes predictions. It predictions the distance from here to there. Whether they're nautical or statute miles, meters, miles, or sheep length units. Maybe they're sheep. Maybe the model is all in sheep units.
Furlongs.
Do you have more gravity on the side of your pancake than the middle?
There's no such thing as gravity. There's no such thing as gravity. You believe in gravity.
But how do things fall down?
How come
you believe in gravity, right, Keith?
Even my hand is falling down. Look,
Yeah,
this is a proof.
look.
Are you role modeling? Yeah.
Hey,
That's just density
There
disequilibrium.
it is, right there. No, it's
That's
gravity.
just density.
Gravity.
Gravity, because they use a G to describe that effect. God.
Is that what you think it is?
That's what I know it is.
You're misrepresenting the globe side.
No,
You suck.
If
at
I
role
put a
play.
G, if I assume the cause of an effect and use the letter for that assumed cause for that effect, then that means that effect is real.
Speaking as a glober, you are
That
sucking
is the
at
cause.
representing
Even though I
what
don't
gravity
know
is.
the cause, I just say
But
that
why-
it is. I use a G instead of an A.
Yeah, but
As
why
a
does
flat
the
earther-
equation have? Why does the equation have G in it anyway?
Well,
If it
I don't
wasn't
know.
for
I'm a flat
gravity.
earther. You got to explain it, not me. I'm a flat
Yeah,
earther.
because you don't know
there's
math.
gravity.
I agree. Yes.
Newton,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
don't have to have math. I just have density disequilibrium. That explains it.
Oh, how does density disequilibrium work?
Right, because it's denser than the medium, right?
Well,
Right, Keith?
that's just normal relative density,
Yes, that's my
which requires
model.
gravity. Which requires
That's not-
gravity.
No, it doesn't. There's no gravity involved. It's just density
Yes,
in
it
the
is.
medium. It's denser
To be
than the
buoyant,
medium.
it had to have a gravitational pull on it. I guess.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
No, it
but-
doesn't. It's just Archimedes'
what-
principle. It's just Archimedes' principle, right?
What does it
It's
get? Yeah,
Archimedes.
it's
It's
smooth.
displacement. Isn't that right, Saab? It's displacement. It's not. There's no gravity.
Well,
Yes,
I
it's just
don't
Archimedes'
know.
principle.
It's
I,
just displacement.
I just ordered a jar of space time from Amazon, and it should be here any day. God willing, it doesn't get warped on the way, because
Nice.
I'm going to
Yeah,
warp some of it. And
You really suck at doing this globe Earth
Yeah.
reversal, role reversal thing.
So do
what, you don't believe in space time?
No, of course
What
not.
about
That's-
Einstein? What about the math?
Show me.
What
Show
about
me
the
some
math?
space time. Show
It's
me
just
some
a
space
sci-
time.
Brenda's just a science denier.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's got to
God-
show up first.
Yes, I am.
Amazon's shipping it.
I am a space.
How
God
do you
makes
how do you
it true.
explain the branch of
God.
science? How do you
God
explain the
does it.
branch of science, Brenda?
God makes
Are
science.
they all? Did God make science?
Yes, God is continually supporting the world through His active will.
Maybe your God, but not our
If God
God.
disappeared, if God disappeared, our universe would disappear.
No, that's
But
not what
what
Lucifer
part?
said.
Okay, so Brenda, if you believe in God, where in the Bible does God say the Earth is flat?
When He compares it to a circle, circles are flat.
Well, balls are circles.
No, balls aren't circles.
Yeah, balls are circles.
No, they're not.
Many circles, of course.
Balls aren't a circle. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm just telling you what the Bible of Lucifer states, clearly in the first chapter. That's all.
I don't believe in the
Like,
Bible of
you know-
Lucifer. I believe in the God and God, the creator of this universe.
Well-
And he says there's a firmament stretched over the circle of the earth. Do you deny it?
You don't believe in the bearer of
you're,
lights?
You're a
We have-
glober.
Well, then how do you
Where's this firmament?
You're a glober. Let me hear you
Where's
deny.
this dome? Where's this dome?
You're
Brenda?
a glober.
Can
Let
you
me-
prove it?
Glober. Let me
Can you
hear
show
you
us this
Can you
deny
prove the
God.
dome?
Deny God. Deny God.
Can you prove the
Glober.
dome, Brenda?
Hey, atheist glober, deny God.
Can you prove the dome, Brenda?
Yes.
Where? How?
Rockets crash into it.
What?
Yeah, rockets. There's videos of rockets crashing into the dome.
How high?
I don't remember that particular video, how high it went, but you can clearly see that it smashed into the dome.
But we have, for instance, we have satellites that are like the Voyager. I think
They're all
it's the Voyager.
balloons. Those are balloons.
Discovery.
They're balloons.
Way,
they're balloons.
way further out
No.
in space.
No, they're
How
not in
did
space.
how did those
Space
how
can't
did those
exist.
satellites go through the firmament?
How can space exist, Keith? Glober Keith?
Easy,
Science.
because we have planets in them.
Because it's science.
How does that? How do you know?
Yeah,
What
'cause it's
keeps,
science.
What keeps the air from instantly rushing
Gravity.
Gravity, yeah.
out? Right? Now, there's no such thing as gravity. It's just density disequilibrium.
You'll see when I
What
get
about
my
the Cavendish experiment? It proves that mass does attract mass.
That's just
Well,
a parlor trick. That's just a parlor trick.
Brenda, you're the living proof that gravity exists. Look at how you come to us all the time. You just you can just fucking
What are you
go
saying?
away from us.
What are you talking about?
You always stick to us, man. This is gravity.
No,
This
you're
is
supposed to
spiritual gravity.
Sam. You're supposed to pretend to be a glober.
He is a
Sorry?
Glover. What you talking pretending?
we
He is a
are.
I'm a
Glover.
Glover. I'm a
Talking about
Glover.
flat Earth
I
trolls.
deny. I
So
deny
prove,
God.
What is with
prove,
these flat Earth
flat-
trolls
prove
tonight?
gravity then. Prove gravity then.
Is this
Sam.
like the Twilight Zone or something? Have we gone into
All
like
right.
some
Yeah,
weird
well,
parallel
You
universe?
say
Prove gravity.
it's role
Look,
reversal.
there's
That doesn't
gravity.
prove anything.
There we go. There's gravity. Yes, yes.
just
No,
proved
that
it.
doesn't. That's
gravity.
just density disequilibrium. That's
Oh,
density
yeah,
dis-
right. Word
disequilibrium.
salad. Word salad.
Yeah, there we go.
Word salad. Yeah. Word salad.
You
said
could pick
the-
better
you said
dressing
words
than that.
that we don't
I
understand.
suggest
Word salad.
getting a nice red wine balsamic vinegar dressing. Much better than that crap.
You said words that nobody
No,
understands.
the reason I like the French is
Word
because you
salad.
do speak a lot of French because it doesn't make any sense in English.
Do you kiss French too?
Are you're aware that French doesn't make any sense in English? Is that your claim, Flatzoid? French
If you
doesn't make
translate it
sense
directly
in
to English, it doesn't
What
make
the
sense.
fuck? What the fuck?
Are you an
saying?
anti-Frenchite?
No, monsieur.
An anti-Frenchite, Brenda.
What's the word for kite in
Mon
French,
Dieu,
Brenda?
mon Dieu, mon Dieu.
What's the word for
That's
kite
it,
in French?
Oui, oui, poo poo.
That's not
It has a certain something, je ne sais quoi, you might say.
That's all you know.
Oh, I
Right.
know.
So the point is, you haven't defeated me. I win. I win. The Earth is flat. Welcome to Flat Earth, Globers.
Où est la toilette?
In your mouth. That's where it is.
So what is the word for kite in French, Brenda?
This isn't a test on France. We were just goofing around.
Cerf-volant. You know what that means in English if you translate to English?
You're an elephant.
Flying deer.
Flying what?
Deer.
Reindeer. Yeah.
Flying deer? Oh, okay. Whatever.
Makes so much sense in English, guys. French is brilliant.
Yes. Keith has made a brilliant observation that French doesn't make sense in English. Good job there, Keith.
You're an anti-Frenchite, Brenda. Stop saying that.
No, I'm
You're a Francophobe. You quit being a Francophobe.
Yeah.
It's not Francophobe.
You're being a Francophobe. Stop it. That's very racist of you.
It's pronounced Francophobe.
You're being racist now.
That's not a race.
Stop being racist against French.
Well, you would know, wouldn't you?
What you're being an anti-French.
Stop being so homophobic, man.
Don't you tell me how to say it. It's my made-up
How come
nonsense
you
word.
haven't-
I'll say it how I want to.
Yeah, France isn't made up. French isn't made up. It's a language.
Yeah, that's what you think.
What do you think it is?
I think they're trying to trick us. They really.
That's actually a good
I think the French are trying to trick you into
Yeah,
saying
French doesn't even make sense in French.
All right, so guys seem to be stuck, and you seem to be unable to role play as Globers. So
What are you
I
talking
win.
about role play? We are Globers today. What's going on?
That's what you said. Role reversal.
Were you born? Oh, but Brenda was
guys
never
are gonna
Glober. Brenda was born a flat earther, you see. So
there you go.
Everybody's born a flat earther, Keith.
How?
You're born on the flat earth. Therefore, you're
Where?
a flat earther.
You haven't shown this flat earth.
So this is not going. You guys are not. You guys aren't really trying
So we
very
got
hard.
another coward flat earther starting to make excuses to run away,
Trying
guys.
very hard. You aren't trying very hard, so I guess I'm going to take off since you just aren't.
Told
gonna
you.
play your own
Called it.
game.
They run away.
Latest homophobe.
Before you do that, Brenda, I've got a question for
Yeah,
you.
you're homophobic.
I wanted to ask Brenda a very
Homophobic
specific
person.
question. Since Brenda was doing role play today, was Brenda male or female?
Homophobic anyway, that's for sure.
But he just left before I
Well,
asked.
homophobic.
Look at this. Brenda did way better as a flat earther than a baller. It's scary though, don't you say?
I was going to say, it nearly convinced me to become a flat earther. It's so convincing.
Yeah, those flat earthers might have some good.
No, but
arguments.
look, come on, we're doing a little. I'm not even on. Am I? Doing a little exercise, then Brenda still has to come and say, "You're not good at it. You're not good at it." What a Karen! Brenda is a proper Karen.
I think this is the first time we've ever done this role reversal on this show.
Exactly,
So
it's
pretty good.
hard. It is hard.
it's hard to think that way, but it's not hard to bring up
No,
memories of
of
how we've
course
been
not.
treated. You
Of
understand?
course not. Of course not.
Mhm.
And that's the sad thing, because I'm getting the actual real globies in the chat not wanting to hear this. There's a reason for that. It's because they're sad and they
No,
feel
it's-
ashamed for the way globies
Aye.
act to flat earthers.
Yeah.
Because we're literally showing how globies act towards us.
When they hear it themselves, that sounds stupid to them. So, yeah, maybe that's why they don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brenda admitted firmament, so that was awesome.
All right.
This chat's on fire.
Stupid. I can't believe Brenda believes in the firmament.
But that was just fun. I just thought it would be a cool idea just to have some fun today. That's all. How do you guys like my thumbnail, though? How do you like my shirt? I was thinking of actually making a shirt like that, where the ape evolves eventually into a globe.
There's another one from South Park I like when Mr. Garrison teaches about evolution.
Oh,
it's hilarious, man.
The monkey afterwards and then became a Hey, Janusz, what's up, man?
Hello, everyone. How are you guys?
I hope you are holding on for dear life on the spinning space testicle that we all call home.
Oh yeah, just see the thumbnail now. It's good. It's good. I like that.
We got Brenda to admit the firmament. Clip that.
You know, Brenda, from my perspective, has 2 brain cells, and both of them, they are fighting for the 3rd place.
Look at this.
3rd place.
Well done, Brenda. Apparently, role reversal comes naturally.
I was thinking that the whole time, man.
The only thing he failed on was the azimuthal. That's not really a flat Earth thing.
This is the thing about that too. It's like, wait a second. You mean to tell me that you're going to travel a distance like from Chicago to Minneapolis, and you're going to do it using an azimuthal equidistant map of the entire Earth?
You see,
what in the world?
It's stupid. The AE map is not made for that.
No.
That's why you have sectional maps.
Yeah.
When you do, I mean, the problem with people today is they have Google Maps and things. They don't actually use maps anymore. So they don't understand you only have sections of maps when you use maps to navigate. And those sections of maps are measured and calculated distances. The only thing you would predict is how long it would take you to travel that distance. Not the distance itself is a prediction.
Right. All right. Have you seen this guy before?
Well, I was going to say real quick. We used to take. I remember when I was a kid, and we were going to go on a trip. Of course, I was the older brother. I'm going to help Dad, and he'd get a map of the area. Say it had Michigan and Ohio in it, right? And we're going to go to a town called Caseville, for instance, right? So he showed me. You go on the back of the map, and there's a list of all the cities, all the towns, and they're in alphabetical order. And you go there and you find Caseville, and it gives you grid coordinates. And on the map, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way across the bottom. And then up the side, you've got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like so, right? And it would tell you that it was near coordinates G3, for instance. So you'd turn the map over, you'd go to there near G3, and somewhere in that approximate area, you'd be able to find the town that you were going to be going to. Then what you would do is you would trace yourself a route back to where you're at now. And you would look over all the possible routes and then decide which ones you were going to take. I mean, that's how people go different places and predicting. Well, we're looking at it. Well, it looks like according to this scale, that looks like it's about such and such amount of miles to it. Boom. Right. That's how you do it. Nobody's predicting anything. You estimate something.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I estimate this 2x4 is a 2x4.
Right. And then find out that it's only 1.5 inches by 3.5 in reality. That's for real too. They call it a 2x4, but it's only 1.5 inches by 3.5.
Nice. I was
Yeah,
gonna say
this guy
When did
does
you play that?
this guy does Trump impressions. Luke introduced me to it. I've played him a few times. This is pretty funny.
A beautiful day with a lot of beautiful people. Some of them, they call themselves gay sexuals, and the others are differently sexual. We don't know what they are. But there's a lot of them, and they're doing a lot of beautiful things. They love rainbow. And I hear they also go to clubs featuring pink ponies. America is the only country in the world featuring pink pony establishments, and we're very proud of that, and we know a lot of religious people are going there because they say they're going to chapel, and then they say roan. I don't know what roan is, but I hear it's quite nice, and we are so proud to live in a nation where two men can hug, and the gays, they can run free in the wild, and two women can scissor. I hear that's quite nice. I don't know what that is, but they say it's very nice. I'm very proud. What a beautiful day to be gay.
Yeah, this guy is great.
He's
Finally, people are starting laughing on Trump, so I start getting who he is. And I was speaking about him from the time for the first time he said he'll be running for the president. And people call me shield, call me Democrat and so on. I thought, what? I'm standing against governments. But if you are not with us, you are with them. Divide and conquer.
Yeah, he's funny. He's a funny dude.
So the best way to get a good estimate on a 2x4, you got to break out a microscope and measure it with a microscope. I'm thinking like Bev over here. You notice that 2x4 is not really flat; it's got a bumpy surface on it.
Oh yeah, if you were microscopic size, if you were in there, then the grains of the wood would be mountains to you.
Oh yeah.
I think
that 2x4 can be flat, man. I'm telling you.
I think about the microscopic. Brenda should know at this time something about it.
You ain't going to get a flat 2x4 from Home Depot. I can guarantee you that.
All buckled and everything.
Oh my God, they got some of the worst damn lumber I ever saw.
Problem is they also leave a lot of the stuff in the rain and whatever,
Right.
and it starts warping and everything.
Lumberyard that I worked at, it was at the hardware store there in California. We had these lumber presses that after you got out, whatever somebody bought or whatever, there was like these, they're kind of like a reverse jack with these bars that stick out, and you have like maybe three of them, one in the middle and one on both ends. And there where you have the lumber stack, and then you'd even it up and then tighten those things down, and they'd be able to sit out there without getting all warped up in the sun and shit. See? Yeah. Because they're not completely dried when they come in. And if they don't dry those at the right speed, they'll warp like that.
Rushing the work through just to get more in quantity rather than quality. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they don't. I tell you, they're the one out in the Home Depot out there in California. I ordered a lumber package to build a deck, and it was real specific about how many of each thing that I needed and everything. Right. So, lumber package came, no problems. Built the deck. I'm sitting out there.
I hope you took a curve into account when you built that deck, by the way.
I absolutely did. Absolutely did. Absolutely. I did put a little bit of a slope on it though, so water would run off it.
Hey.
You have to. You have to.
You have to put slope.
Yep. Get standing water on it, and that'll sit on the wood and mess it all up too. So I'm out there one day on the deck having a cup of coffee in the morning, enjoying my hummingbirds. I get a call on the phone. It's Home Depot. And they said, yes, Mr. Kane, we're calling to let you know that your lumber package is available and will be delivered this afternoon. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they said, you ordered this lumber package. And she starts going over the list of it. And I says, I already got that. I'm sitting on the built product now. Now, I could have been a real dishonest ass and go,
took it anyway. You would have got double.
On the other side of the house, too, for free, right? But that ain't right. I don't like, you guys make a mistake there, man.
And the problem is you do get people that will be dishonest like that and just take it.
And then brag about it. And then them dumbasses went and sent a whole nother one because they made a mistake. And, they lost money. I don't care, though. It's not my fault. But yeah, it is your fault because you knew that wasn't right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was like,
This is
man, but
interesting.
the temptation was there. The temptation was there, absolutely. Because my first thought was, holy fuck, they're going to send me a free lumber package, and I was like, no, that ain't right. That ain't
I
right.
don't know if you guys saw this actually.
Oh,
This is 8 months before TFE.
Oh,
I got tricked on that one and signed a document that said they could use it.
And they look like they about to trick you again, Jaron.
People in the chat who are saying that Jaronism flipped, he's now promoting the globe. Let's clear that up. There are some people who are saying that Jaronism flipped, and they're saying that Jaron's promoting the globe. However, those are a group of flat earthers who are just saying what they feel. It's not true if you went and actually
By the way, we
listened.
were some of those flat earthers saying that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Never.
And he did flip.
To Jaron yourself on his channel.
At least we know we have two solid guys that are going to get real information.
People remember behind the curve. I got tricked on that one and signed a document that said they could use
And
it.
they look like they about to trick you again, Jaron.
People in the chat who are saying that Jaron is
quite interesting.
Flat, could you please post the video which I already link in the private chat for the people on
Go
YouTube.
quickly.
So for the Christians, the rest can watch as well, but they won't like it. Christians will like the video.
Let's see.
It's pretty long interview, lengthy, but it's really worth to watch it.
Satan personally recruited him into the Finders Club. Nathan Reynolds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I did the stream on Nathan Reynolds back 2 months ago. You were there, Roger, weren't you? Judas
That's
coin.
how it was.
The Judas coin. Judas coin. I did two streams on him actually.
Home Depot over there. I tried to warn him, guys. I did. I tried to warn him. I said, man, I wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Smells. It's a trap. I kept seeing that fish-eyed guy in the Star Wars going, it's a trap. I'm like, dude, why can't you see this? Why can't you see this? Well, now we know why.
It's worth to remind people that before Jaron has gone to observe, quote, 24-hour sun, he said to the girl that she shouldn't be surprised that he will be speaking a different way when he comes back. And he did. So he already made up his mind what he'll be talking about. So already made up about the flipping sides. So he was the shield from the very beginning.
Yeah, but that's what we said. He's used it as his out. That's all. It's just used it out. Love of money, as Charles says, exactly. That's all it is. I mean, think about it, guys. We can easily also become so successful and make so much money. Just become Globers now. So we've been playing Flat Earth all along.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha! We tricked you. Now we're gonna come on and do a live and call you.
Because that's the thing I don't understand about the Globers. Okay, they're so, how can I put it? So bigoted against flat earthers. Okay, and the things they say are disgusting and do. But as soon as that so-called flat earther becomes a Glober, all of a sudden they're their favorite friends.
Yep.
You realize that?
Like a ticker tape parade and stuff. Yeah. They're close.
Now they're heroes and they trust everything they say, and they're smart now. They're not dumb anymore. It's like, okay. So, is your channel back itself, or
What's
your main
that?
channel? Is your main channel back?
I don't know. I need to check. I've been doing my other channel. Let me see here. See how long that's got to be. I got to switch accounts. Got quite a few more subscribers on my other channel though.
That's good.
Let's see.
I just lose subscribers, so soon I'm going to be under 5K.
Lol. Mine is all the time growing, slowly but growing. Let me check how many I have.
Let's put it this way: it doesn't matter what I say or what I speak about, what I believe. I'll always just piss someone off. So
See, I'm not trying to figure out what they say here.
Yeah, 13,303.
So 2 weeks from the 23rd is how long?
That's a while.
So yeah, it's 7 was to the 30th, and then we're what 6 days in here now, right? We had.
yes, I was reading that. I do think it is him.
Yeah, Vicky said it is.
Because it's the same one he had last time.
Yeah,
while he
it
changed
is. It's definitely him. Definitely him.
There we go. It's as simple as that. See what you do?
Yeah.
So it looks like one more day.
Oh, one more day.
It looks like one more day. Yeah.
Oh, from last month. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, because it was on the 23rd, and it was for 2 weeks. So that gives me from the 23rd to the 30th, so 7 days, and then 1st through the 7th would be 7 days, which makes 2 weeks. So the 7th, probably late into the 7th or early into the 8th. I don't know. It's YouTube time too, so who knows.
What video is this, Roger?
Oh, it's not
Scam Kartika.
Yep.
Scam Kartika. Okay.
Fantasy Island.
If you're not subscribed to my main channel, man, go over there and subscribe to it because I'm only 12 subscribers away from 3,000.
Heck yeah, man.
I noticed, Soviet, your backup channel's gone up a bit.
Oh, yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah. Nice.
Let's see. Yeah, we're up to 569 on there.
I think before that, last time I seen it was in 470 something like that.
Yeah, it's 98 in the last 28 days. So the majority of that coming in the last week and a half, 2 weeks.
That's good. Mine's really slow at the minute. I'm on 43, but it's just going up to like 44, back down to 40, back to 42. I'm back and forth. It's mad.
I go up like 5130, and then I go back down to 51. Now I'm back at like 511. 500 what? 5,011 and 12 now.
Because
no 5,012 now.
Yeah. In Rumble, that doesn't happen. Your followers stays exactly the bloody same. It doesn't go. It just goes up. It never goes down. It just goes up.
But I've had a few people tell me they just automatically unsub for me somehow.
See,
they just realize, oh wait, they're not getting my notifications anymore. They just see they've unsubbed.
Yeah, Baza was like that with me today. He didn't get notifications from my stream today.
I never hardly get half the notifications that I'm subbed to. Don't know why. That's why
I know I haven't known as
well. I still keep getting notifications for places I'm not subbed to. So I literally have to block them so I don't get the notifications.
Well, Papa YouTube knows best. They know what you really want to watch. Man. What's
They're
good for
terrible.
Do you know what I've noticed? And seen a video on it as well. So that someone's noticed. If you haven't got premium, right, and you're uploading videos, they put a load of compression on it. If you're not on premium, if you're on premium, your videos look better.
Yeah, you do. You do get premium. It gives you some benefits with quality and stuff. But I mean, even premium starting to not be premium anymore because people take premium so they don't have the adverts.
Yeah.
And now they're wanting to give them adverts.
Nah, well, suck that. That's just.
I haven't got any yet since I got the premium though. So far.
Yeah. So it's really weird.
Yeah, I know when I upload the videos, like the quality is like 720. It's pretty good. And then when I'm watching it on the Premiere, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. But then after the Premiere is finished, you go back to it to the start. It's a little bit better. But yeah, the Premiere.
Well, I have to say, my Christian channel, I load 2K videos up, and that's actually very good quality.
Really?
When YouTube will introduce for the premium members ads, then people won't be happy, and they introduce premium deluxe or whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
That's how it goes.
So,
Yeah.
Giannis, that comes with cheese?
Oh, yeah.
It's like gold and platinum. From gold to platinum.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we've got like
Check it
15
out.
minutes left. I'm sure we're not going to get any Globies or coming to play Flat Earth in the last 15 minutes, so
They don't want to play. Oh, man.
that's sad. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's the same as seeing when a bully gets the taste of their own medicine.
Yeah.
Then
I
they run
understand.
away. They don't like it. It's the same thing.
Look, they can't really play on our side because they can't really comprehend, what we are saying. So they cannot use proper arguments. That's as simple as that.
They do try and parrot, though.
If they would really try, they would be flat earthers, sorry.
Mm-hmm. But we're definitely going to do this again sometime. It was fun.
Nice.
I always say, I'm 100%, I'm sure, I know that the Earth is not a globe. I'm 99% sure that the Earth is flat.
I liked what Sam said about that. He says gravity's like how you are stuck to coming to here on this show.
That is so true.
You have gravitation toward us.
Yeah, but I mean, Brenda keeps leaving with getting, how can I put it, offended and stuff, and then comes back the next day.
Or sometimes
That's
kick.
her whole thing. She likes to be offended. He likes being offended.
I said it last
He
time.
goes out of his way to be offended.
He's
That's
playing
his whole
victim
thing. He wants to be a professional victim.
Professional victim, yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing on the victimhood.
I was going to ask him with that too. So if you believe in God, does God make mistakes? And of course, he would have had to say no. And I said, then why are you dressing up like a woman? What the hell?
Ooh, I see Apollo Detectives did a video on Dave McKeegan's Apollo images that he said are real.
Ooh.
Because he said they could be real.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure, Dave.
Ah.
I'm still waiting for someone just to demonstrate gas pressure out containment for us. I mean, come on.
Tell you what, I can't wait to see that drunk debunk bastard get his upcomings. I don't think he realizes he pushed his shit way too far. Record yourself.
Really?
Actually, record yourself committing a crime.
Well, according to them, it's a joke, not a crime. So
it doesn't matter.
The problem is it can be used against you.
If I break into your house to put rubber
it's a
dog
joke.
poop in your kitchen as a joke, I still broke into your house, didn't I? And that's illegal.
It's the same. It's the same thing with what McToon did, where he forged documents and things that acted like a government. The thing is, if someone's serious enough to take it further, he can get in huge trouble. He literally forged documents as acting like a. It might be a joke, but it's a serious joke.
You know that the drunk debunk Dick there, he also forged FBI agent voice when he called Mikey Smith. It was him. We know that. We analyzed the voice with that guy DJ. I don't remember. So they expert on that kind of shit. Very good at it.
Can you imagine having such a problem with this? Now, there again, methinks the lady does protest too much. If you have to resort to that because of your lack of being able to refute the overwhelming evidence, then what's that say about your entire argument? That you have none. Now you've moved on to a different thing. You've moved on to a different thing completely. So why is it so important for them to shut someone down that is on this topic?
Because they're on a mission. They're on a mission to build a godless fucking society,
Mhm.
of soulless people that don't give a shit, based on sexual disorder. So we're on the way. We're in the way.
Yep.
It's not the first time. We have books on that. It's not the first time they're trying this shit.
I think they're doing damage control because some of their group got caught doing some certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, think about it. Look at
I think
some
it
of the
goes.
things these people have got. Some of these things, the globe community has got caught doing. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
not very kosher stuff.
who's that? Who's the
Mr.
Ozian guy? Right.
Ozian, yeah. Mr. Purple. And I mean, remember when he first came on the scene, like, why is he always wearing purple and looking all pimp-like and stuff? Well, now we know why.
Yeah, that was.
Look, we've got a flat earther in chat telling us to go outside and look at gas breathout containment.
From how are we supposed to see that from inside of a contained gas pressure?
You're looking through the container, so
You don't. I don't think we actually see through it so much.
I'm really.
no.
I'm really starting to get to the point where I say, yeah, okay, the firmament's distance might just be where they claim the Van Allen radiation belts are.
Maybe.
Why not?
Because when it says in the Bible about like molten glass, you get automatically the sense of that it's glass. No, what else is like molten glass? Water.
Ice.
Water is like it's a melted glass. It's fluidy, but you can see through it. It's got a transparency to it. You can look at it that way, see, and then we get the thing. Oh, it means it's made of glass, and this is another thing that I think is problems with a lot of translations. They say something back in ancient times in a certain language that says, let's suppose the guy says, "Oh my God, I'm so cold, I feel like a popsicle," and by the time it gets translated to modern times, people are like, "Oh my God, it was a miracle. This guy got hot and he turned into a popsicle." It's like no. He was
Translations.
Yeah.
So Luca, you came back to do your globe ceremony.
Yeah, I can be a
conversion
globe
to globe.
again. Hooray!
Feel so elated, don't you? Yeah.
I can be myself now.
Oh, you switched? You guys switched? I wasn't there. You switched? Okay.
So now he's a flat earther.
Oh,
What?
all right.
No. You're done with that now, right?
Yeah, we got 7 minutes left of the stream, so I can be yourself.
Yay! Okay.
So now you can be an actual flat earther. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
So about the container, why? Like, if there is no container, that means that you guys are wrong about the second law of thermodynamics, right?
No.
Wrong about the
law
second
says.
law of How are you wrong about a law?
Well, what you guys say it means, because the second law of thermodynamics it says it is in isolated systems, right?
No, there's no such
Thermodynamics
thing as
deals with three. Thermodynamics deals with 3 systems. It just says the entropy in an isolated system will always increase.
Yeah.
Can you show us an isolated system? Because the isolated system is only a hypothetical. It doesn't exist in reality.
Yeah, there's only closed and open systems in physics.
Well, then what? Then there's no point in the law.
No, the law exists. How do you think you have a car running on an engine? Combustion engine literally works on the principle of the natural law of entropy.
Yeah, you transfer
energy. The second law of thermodynamics says the overall entropy will increase in isolated systems. So
yes, but
it
that doesn't mean
mention anything about.
Doesn't mean entropy doesn't increase in a closed or open system.
Yeah, you should
It
transfer
just doesn't
energy.
always increase.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know?
Tested it.
But the thermodynamics only says about isolated systems.
Okay,
It doesn't say about open or closed.
Do you trust MIT?
Here we go.
What's
Do you trust
that?
MIT?
An institution?
Michigan State Technology Institution. Yes, they're
It's a university.
highly credited.
Sure. Yes. If it's a university and well credited, then yeah, sure. Like an official university, yeah. Okay, I trust them.
Why?
Yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna stick it for you.
They're credited
Well, credited by who?
by
courses.
like the people that credit things.
Who are they? Who are they? And
They're the
what was
wizards,
their criteria
the
for
wizards.
crediting?
What's up, Charles?
What's up, guys?
Hey, Charles.
Hey.
Good to see you, man.
What's up?
Right? So if they're accredited, somebody had to give them that accreditation. Who is it that gave that to them?
I guess the government.
Okay, so then you trust government.
Okay, Luca, it's gonna be like 2 seconds. Just listen to what he says quickly. Okay, like 2 seconds.
The flow of heat. So thermo is heat.
Dynamics.
Yes.
And dynamics is the motion.
Yes.
Thermodynamics was developed largely beginning in the 1800s. This power
get to the
CO2
systems.
So you can
Let's start now.
CO2 time since has gone as it is in one way or the other. If you arms are energy
He's phasing.
out of equilibrium. Full macro since
He's teleporting.
Concept.
He's a good teacher.
I'm getting dizzy.
I wish I could do that.
There's a zeroth law.
Okay, let's give him the laws quickly. I want to go to where we get to the actual systems.
Put a math. Time going to time.
And yes, I've looked through this. I've watched these lectures a lot.
Endorse it. Gonna get.
Can get it now.
My description. You could bring it. If you were further.
Okay, it's going to do it now soon. There we go, systems. There we go.
It's that part of the universe that we're studying.
Okay.
These are going to be fairly common sense
That
definitions.
part of the universe you're
but they're
studying.
important. And
Yeah.
when you get to a problem set, really nailing down what the system is, not more nor less in terms of the amount of stuff that's part of the system, is going to be often very crucial. Okay?
You heard that.
So you've got the system. For instance, it could be a person. I'm the system. I could be a system. It could be a hot coffee in a thermos.
That could be a system.
So the coffee and the milk and whatever else you like in your coffee would be the system. Be a glass of water with ice in it. It's a fine system. Volume of air in a part of a room. Take 4 liters on this corner of the room.
Could be a system.
That's my system. Then, after you define what your system is, whatever is left over
is your surroundings.
Of the universe is the surroundings. So if I'm the system, then everything else is the surroundings. You are my surroundings.
Wouldn't
Saturn
the
is my
universe
surroundings.
be the
As far
isolated
as you can go in the
system?
universe.
That's what it says, yes. That's what it says. If you say the thermodynamic law, the second law of thermodynamics only is working with the isolated system. Yes, because the surrounding system is the hypothetical of the universe, which being an isolated system. All the systems, like closed and open systems, would be inside this isolated system.
All right. So entropy always increases in the universe.
Yes.
Okay. So what does it? So how does space violate that? Like
Listen, that's what I was
entropy
going to say
always-
now.
First, that's part of the
You'll
surroundings.
see now.
And then between the system and the surroundings is the boundary. And the boundary is a surface.
Boundary is
that's,
very important.
Real, like the outside of my skin, or the inner wall of the thermos that has the coffee in it. Or it could be an imaginary boundary. For instance, I can imagine that there's a boundary that surrounds
That'd be an
the
open
4
system.
liters of air that's sitting in the corner there. It doesn't have to be a real container
Yeah, fair
in
enough.
it. It's just an imaginary boundary there.
I suppose. Yeah.
And where you place that boundary becomes important. So for instance, for the thermos with the coffee in it, if you place the boundary in the inside wall of the glass or the outside wall of the glass and the inside of the thermos, that makes a difference. Different heat capacity, etc. So this becomes where defining the system and the boundaries and everything becomes important. You've got to place the boundary at exactly the right place. Otherwise, you've got a bit too much in your system or a bit too little.
Fair enough.
Okay, more definitions. The system can be an open system, or it can be a closed system,
or an isolated system.
Or it can be isolated.
Okay.
The definitions are also important here. Okay, an open system, as the name describes, allows mass and energy to freely flow through the boundary.
Get that?
Well,
now Earth is supposed to be open, Luca.
Yes, because spaceships can fly out and energy from the sun can get in. That's an open system, yes.
Oh, so like Mars Attacks. Have you watched Mars Attacks before?
Where what? Oh, yes, I have. Yeah. Aliens come down and obliterate us, and they get killed by a song.
Well, the point I'm making is Earth's supposed to be classified as an open system.
Yes, that's
and
right.
And mass and energy go through the boundaries because the boundaries aren't physical. I think we're going to actually have to do a stream on doing thermodynamics again. We haven't done one in a long time.
Well, if it's an open system, it would allow energy in, energy out.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but
in other words, the gas we breathe would escape into space and we wouldn't be able to live.
You have to produce more and more and more and more and more and more and more, and eventually you would fill that space, wouldn't you?
But
without a boundary.
We do have a containment of sorts.
Of sorts. Yeah, I think I actually agree with you completely. We do have containment of sorts. You'd actually have to have pressurized air.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if we place a dome over Earth, wouldn't that make it a closed system?
Not necessarily. If it had, you could transfer light and other heat through it, it wouldn't be necessarily a closed system. No.
But mass wouldn't be able to escape if it had a dome.
Yeah, I know.
So that's
so the astronauts lying, yeah.
Yeah.
But what proves the dome? Like what
the fact we have gas pressure to breathe.
Yeah, the antecedent of the previous would actually be a must.
The delta needs means we have.
Assuming, I want you guys to assuming gravity exists. What would that would work, wouldn't it? That would be the containment, right? Would you agree with that?
That's what you guys claim, but no, gravity is not a force. So,
well, not even the main physicists actually claim that. The big boys say that gravity is not really a force, but we can treat it as a force. That's quoting what George Mercer's.
Well, you can say you could say treat it or create, yeah.
Yes.
You can say gravity creates a force, or gravity can be treated like a force, sure. Because it does the same thing that a force does, but in a different way.
You mean like displacement?
Well, let's put it this way, Luca. A woman and a man are both humans, but woman and man are clearly two different things.
Yeah.
It's the same.
How?
How gravity cannot be a force and a force and not a force at the same time. They're both gravity. One's Einstein and one's Newton, but they can't be the same thing.
But it does exactly the same thing as a force.
No, they both have the same name as gravity. But one's a force, one's not a force. And because today's gravity is not a force, therefore it cannot be used to pull gas down.
Gravity, as we observe it, does exactly the same thing as a force. So we can treat it like a force because it does exactly the same thing as a force would do.
So a force can move objects, which requires that force obviously needs energy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so where does it get this energy from? Where does this energy come from, and why does it never diminish? Why does it never get used up?
That would be entropy.
Because mass exists.
Yeah,
mass
but
would
that
give it
doesn't
the
mean-
energy, I guess.
How does mass give it the energy? Something given an energy just by volition of its existence. The only thing that I know that an object can do by volition of its existence is displace the medium, which in a sense is forcing the medium to not be where the object's at. Yet the medium provides a force against the object at the same time, doesn't it? But one's going to be stronger than the other, depending on the object. So it's all going to be medium dependent, isn't it?
Well, I suppose you could
Doesn't that
say
make
that.
more sense than a magical force that nobody can explain?
Well, it depends. It depends if you like, a normal person or if you like a madman. And that debate between, what's logic and what's mad, it's exactly the debate between the Globers and, and flatters. It's like, trying to convince mad people, like crazy people, that there is some kind of a common sense. There is reasoning. There is such thing as a reasoning. And they won't accept it. And they're going to just like, drive you crazy. They're going to try to make you mad the way they are. And that's what it is. It doesn't go nowhere.
Well, intelligent design would dictate that there has to be somebody that put this thing together just by looking at the smallest of anything in nature. That's rudimentary in my world. If you don't believe that there is a God and all this stuff just happened from a
You know what? Just put even God on the side. Okay, they don't believe there's God. No problem. I'm with them. But just look at nature. Do you believe in nature? Nature is around us. You can, find all kinds of examples, in nature, and all the science is in nature. So if you have a theory, just give me an example. Tell me where you can see that in nature. That's all. It's very simple. You don't have to believe in God. That's all right. But nature,
electrostatics is something that Walter Lewin does out of MIT. He's got some interesting discussions on that. I mean, it's a little bit above, but it's quite interesting. It's much more powerful than so-called gravity.
But there's no physical. That's not what globers say. We don't say that there's like a cutoff line between Earth and space.
The common line.
Yeah, they do.
There's no physical boundary.
Yeah.
How do you know? How do you know?
It doesn't go from.
How do you know?
It doesn't go from
No,
7
don't run,
psi
don't
to
run. No. How do you know there is no
zero.
physical line? How do you know that?
Well, we have a pressure gradient, right?
Yeah, so
I guess.
you can't have a gradient without pressure, and you can't have the pressure without containment.
Exactly. So,
but assuming gravity is real, that would
you're assuming.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Okay. Even if it was real, can you show me the experiment that verifies that gravity causes air to stick to the earth? Can you show me the experiment that proves that gravity has any effect on gas behavior at all?
The gradient.
Well, that's not an experiment. That's an assumption. You see a gradient and automatically assume gravity because you believe in gravity. You might as well say it's a Boogie Monster.
But the reason we have a gradient is because air has
you
weight.
cannot have gradient without container. You cannot
it's
have
not a
gradient without
contiguous
container.
mass. Okay, first off, it's not a contiguous mass. In order to have a mass of any gas or gases, to have any volume, a specific volume of any gas, you must have it contained. It doesn't act like that. That belief that you have as the whole atmos being a contiguous mass would indicate that one could put a eye bolt into the middle of the beach and lift the entire beach with a crane. No, you're only going to lift up the sand that sticks to the freaking hook. That's all. It's not a contiguous mass. It's not going to work that way. It has to be gathered together. And the only way for the gases to be gathered together is with a physical container. Now, can you think of any? Now, this is where logic comes in, right? Knowing that's axiomatic. Think about this, okay? What other conditions, what other things could cause a gas pressure to decrease? Some of which we witness. Can you think of another kind of gradient that we have from the Earth up? Can you think of any other kind of a gradient that we have?
Temperature.
Does it get warmer or colder when you go up in altitude?
So,
does it get warmer or colder as you go up in altitude?
It gets colder.
It gets colder. Is it like a gradient from warm to cold?
Well, I suppose that'd be, yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be. Seems to be, doesn't it? Okay. Well, that's one thing that can cause a pressure different to decrease. What's another thing that we can employ to decrease pressure, especially once we get up above the troposphere?
Volume.
Yeah, there you go. Dispersal area. Yes. The dispersal area of the gases. How about is there any kind of elements within the gases that we lose and start to diminish as we get up higher in elevation?
Temperature. Yeah. We lose a bit of helium.
What about water vapor? Is there less water vapor present above the troposphere or below the troposphere?
Water vapor, as it gets higher, becomes
so
clouds.
The answer would be no. And according to Dalton's law, when you remove one of the sums of the sum pressure, one of the elements of the sum pressure, the pressure is going to go down. For instance, if I have 4 psi oxygen, 4 psi of hydrogen, 4 psi of another, that's going to be altogether 12 psi.
So,
now, if I remove one of those elements, listen to me, if I remove one of those elements, that's going to give us an 8 psi, because one of those elements is now completely gone. But it's not going to go away like a layer in a layer cake. It's going to be a diminishing layer as it goes up, as you call a gradient. It's not layers like a layer cake. It's a gradual feathering.
Okay. So we've got a decrease in temperature. We've got an increase in volume. We've got condensation.
Right.
Oh, but I guess phase change. What other? I suppose maybe a chemical reaction.
Well, now you're getting into what they say causes ozone.
Let's place it this way: when you are lower to the ground, there's a lot more surfaces for gas to hit. Correct?
Yeah.
So there's a lot more pressure. There's more collisions.
Yeah, more collisions lower ground. Yeah.
And the higher you go up, the further away from surfaces you are for the gas to hit.
Well, because of the lower temperature, the particles move more slowly, therefore would have fewer collisions.
There you go. That's
another.
And
they have further distances to travel. And they have further distances to travel to make a collision.
That's true, I suppose. Yeah.
There's your pressure gradient, mate.
So, and all this is because we have what in the first instance? If we didn't have containment, it would all disappear.
We wouldn't have it.
You wouldn't have a gradient.
Those are part of the dynamics of that entire
But why
system.
can't gravity be the containment?
Because gravity doesn't even exist.
No, assuming it exists.
Why would we assume something when we've already got logical, irrefutable element involved?
Let's place it this way, Luca.
Luca,
let's place it this way. Do you understand? Do you understand that gas can only change direction with a collision?
Yeah.
Even if you give gravity as a force.
Well, okay? I guess wind would cause it to change direction too.
Wind part of collisions. because there's a lot of gas colliding with each other. But now,
Yeah, okay.
the fact is now a gas can only change direction with the collision. So even if we give you gravity as a force, it's not going to change direction because you can never get gas to stop moving.
You can slow it down with temperature, or you can speed it up with temperature, but that's the only thing you can do with it, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's not going to stop.
loss.
It's not going to change direction with it. It
Like
can
I
only
said-
change direction with a collision. So the thing is, if we got a gas molecule going up, you can give it all the gravity in the world you want to. It won't stop it from coming back. It won't stop it from going away. It doesn't matter. You just, because all your gravity in your beloved belief system can do is slow it down.
Like I said before, you are standing next to me. My arse is lower than your nose. I fart. You can smell it. According to your law of gravity, it should be pulled down. But yet you can smell it. It means it goes up.
Anyway, we went over the time. It was great having you guys in. We'll do a thermodynamic stream tomorrow, I think. Thermodynamics and gas pressure. I think that can be quite fun. Anyway, it was great having you guys in. Appreciate you all. You guys have any closing statements, shout outs?
Okay. Oh, well, the only way you'd get... yeah, well, yeah. The only way you'd get it to... yeah, so even... yeah, unless the temperature reaches absolute zero.
You are puzzled, aren't you?
It takes a lot of faith to believe in the globe, dude. It really does. You
gotta
gotta
get into
assume a lot of things.
A lot of theoretical nonsense involved.
I don't have enough faith to believe in a globe.
That's true.
So it's impossible. So gas will never stop moving.
No, never.
Yeah.
How?
Cool. Okay. Bye.
Wait a minute. How are you going to get gas to quit moving?
You can't.
There you go.
Unless you, the only way would be to freeze it to absolute zero, which you can't
And
do.
you can't.
So it's
You can't get your.
impossible.
Or you could use a +4 Orcan sword, in a spell of I mean, it's as much of the nonsense. Let's take it down to absolute zero. There's no such stop with that. This is all, again, anytime, you guys always got to go to the theoretical nonsense in order to support something that we just explained with logic and demonstrable reality. I saw somebody in the chat says Solve needs to come up with some experiments to predict that. No, I don't have to do any such thing at all. All I have to do is point out that these factors exist and that they are responsible for the reduction of air pressure as you climb in altitude. Okay, that's all. That's all.
Exactly.
I don't need to predict that. I don't care.
Yeah, the thing is, they don't understand that this isn't science. It's natural law. Natural law is not science. You can use natural law in science, but that doesn't make the natural law itself scientific. So yeah. Anyway, it was great having you guys on. You got any future things coming out? Roger, Solve, and
I know you do, right? With the social experiment you did. With
yes.
I saw
the
that.
fake globe. The fake globe
Yeah.
I showed for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
7 hours, 8 hours, can't remember.
Well, I'm doing a stream about 10 o'clock my time. So.
Nice.
Though I will say that I was not there for the entire 6 hours.
I would hope not. I would hope not.
I was there for like a few minutes, maybe. I came back and wondering why it was still up. Like, oh, did Flatzoid forget to close it?
Well, sit there and look at it for another hour or longer. Maybe.
But yeah, I'm interested to see what the social experiment was.
Let's just say the Globies did exactly what I said would happen.
Okay. Well, I still don't know what it was. I guess I'll find out.
So, Luca, I got a question for you, right quick. When are you going to do the next installment of Cooking with Luca? Best shows you've ever done.
Yeah,
So,
I
so
guess
there's a
I'll.
question to you. Someone's asking about the Magdeburg Hemispheres experiment.
Where is this at?
Rise above is asking.
I don't see it. Hold on.
Magdeburg Hemispheres experiment.
Oh, Magdeburg Hemisphere experiment.
I'm not seeing this. What are you talking about?
He's in chat.
It's in comments, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see. What's the guy's
I
name?
remember
Oh.
that Magdeburg. Yeah, it's with the pressure, where they I think they link the couples and then they release. They take all the pressure and because it's a vacuum, it can't be separated.
Oh yeah. I've seen that before. That's awesome. They pull a train like that, man. No problem. If that steel remains in place, it'll hold. Hell, half the time the only way to get through it would be to drill it or to somehow release the pressure.
You mean like when you create a partial vacuum and turn the cup upside down?
It creates a vacuum.
In between?
Yeah, it takes two hemispheres and it puts together and it creates a vacuum between the two. So the pressure's so great from the outside compared to nothing inside, it keeps it together. You can't get it apart.
Yeah.
I tell you, the worst ones are Home Depot buckets, man. Those 5-gallon buckets, you get them suckers stuck together, that's it. You're not getting them apart.
The other thing I saw very interesting, I think it was a few years back, where they took telephone books, 2 of them, and they placed them page between page, just for the friction. And they struggled with 2 tanks to pull those 2 books apart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's how bad the friction was, just between 2 telephone books.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff like that. Used to have this old machinist that worked in the shop that I love talking to this guy because he was all the time talking about stuff like this. You know, he was all the time talking about, and demonstrating shit. You know, he'd demonstrate shit. He'd show you on a lathe, how just a small amount equals a huge volume when it comes to some kind of a tube or a cylinder. And that's remarkable. That's why I used to think somebody'd say, oh, so-and-so went to the doctor and they got, like 20% blockage. And I was like, well, that don't sound so bad, 20%. But when you're dealing with tubings, that's a lot when it comes to cubic inches on the inside and flow. That's really quite a lot. You start working that out. I used to have to figure out how many cubic inches of stainless steel it was going to take in all these different areas on a caster roll, and then see if it was going to be cost effective to repair it or just replace the roll. Because they'd have to put it in this welder and go like all night and all day with this thing going around, turn. Huh?
Oh no, I was just looking at. So if it's an 8-hour difference between here and South Africa, which means it's past midnight there, right?
Yeah. Oh no, it's a half an hour to midnight.
Oh, half an hour to midnight. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. So yeah, okay. Good night, Flatzoid. I'm off.
Just man.
Bye.
Good night.
Just Sam, you got anything planned on your channel lately?
I'm working on a big video on David Weiss. So
Awesome.
we're gathering a lot of information in order to analyze and scrutinize everything he says to see if the guy is real or if he's just like manipulating people. And there's so much to check.
The problem is he's everywhere, and there's so much data that you can accumulate.
Well, it's okay. We're gonna just do our job. Just go slowly and just examine millimeter after millimeter, and that's the only way we can do it in order to be sure. Not to accuse somebody wrongfully or not to be fooled by somebody that it's very important. It's too important.
He does remind me of one of those informants that play both sides in a war.
Exactly, because he says so many things, and then he says, what is your proof? But proof can be attained also by deduction. When you deduct things, you can reach proof. Just like if I tell you again, if 2 plus 2 plus x is 5, you know that x is 3. But where's the 3? Show me the 3. Where's the 3? There is no 3 here. It's just an x. You assume it's a 3. You see that those are like Jedi mind tricks.
Yep.
So this is what I'm trying to analyze, and it's a lot of work.
Not crazy. Anyway, well, it was great having you guys all on.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow night then we'll do thermodynamics and gas pressure. Can be an exciting thing to go through. And
just one thing I wanted to add. When you think about it, these globers, these people there, what they are doing in trying to dress up the Earth as a globe. It's an attempt to travesty the Earth into something that it can never be. It's exactly the same thing as a man that wants to be a woman. You can try hard. You can be ladyboy. You can be the best looking ladyboy ever. You're still a man. It won't matter. You understand? You can try hard. So they're trying. These people. I have the strong feeling that they're trying to create a world at their own image. And it's like they can't win. They just can't. So this is what they're trying to do. It's very hard, to discuss with them and try to reason them because, for me they're like too far gone. So
for tomorrow's scene, I have a proposition for you. Please show us the experiment, or provide for us information. Gas pressure without container, okay? That will be challenging.
I should actually hit up Duffy again and ask, because it's been 5-6 months already since he said he's going to present it to us.
Oh yeah. All these other experiments. He's kind of like slid back under a rock or something, I think.
Yeah,
he's preparing. He's faking his his documentary, his mockumentary. So they're working hard now because they can't fuck that up, but they will. That's for sure.
They want to make sure that every nook and cranny is. The problem is when you're too concentrating on trying to cover up tracks and meticulous things, there's always one or two things you miss.
Yep.
Always.
So I can guarantee you, when this mockumentary comes out, we're going to find one or two things.
They already fucked up the trailer. The trailer is already fucked up. They see they show two sets.
It's going to be entitled. It's going to be entitled "The Final Experiment: Polishing a Turd."
No. What a joke!
Yeah.
What a fucking joke.
That's one thing we're definitely going to have to cover is the mockumentary. So.
Oh yes, that's
going to be plenty of fun. I'm sure of it.
That's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I got to go, guys. Appreciate everybody coming. Everybody in the chat as well. Please hit the likes, share the show, and yes, we were joking. We are not actual globers. For whoever just watched this. Okay, we just literally were having fun today. Role reversal. So if you were thinking this is the Twilight Zone, it did feel so. Cheers. Till tomorrow. Excuse me. May the press with you. God bless. Bye-bye.